Liverpool on Rinse.
All right, you are now tuned into Rinse FM, and this is Cheeky Sport. You are here with myself, Big J.
You, Jose Mourinho Akeem.
Mr. Heritage.
Division 1 joke.
Straight Division 1 joke.
And obviously we're back with another Cheeky Sport podcast, ready to talk about all this weekend's action.
Just wanted to make a quick announcement because I know we always forget to. Why are you man laughing before I even said anything?
Just started and you want to make your
I want to make an announcement. The Wild Peanut is 25% off right now.
Listen. Nah, just saying, because we always don't say anything to the listeners. Please make sure you subscribe. Yeah, on
No,
audio.
don't bother about that.
No,
Don't
I'm
bother.
saying no. Yeah, listen, we got to say it.
They
We
know.
done 150 episodes. We never talk about it. Yeah,
Right, that's
listen,
true.
if you're listening, make sure you subscribe. Make sure you share this thing, because
Yeah, we got audio
You know what I'm
there
saying?
as well. So obviously, if you want to be in, you get me. Obviously, you got the audio there
make
as
sure
well.
you smash
On-
that like button.
Smash the like.
Smash
And
that
listen,
bell.
Smash
more
it.
likes,
Smash
man,
that
because
bell.
you know those likes really help us. You know, to help get our videos out there, man.
Guys,
So-
if we can get 10,000 likes on this video, we'll do absolutely nothing in the next video. So,
Hey, listen, let's just start off
Pick
small.
up your golf.
Let's go for 100 likes. Start small.
mate.
All right. So basically, the team I wanted to start with is the team that
Fulham.
Why you getting obsessed with Fulham?
We're not
He's
starting
so obsessed for a guy that doesn't care about
you know,
us.
that's called deflecting. That's called deflecting.
Yeah, deflecting.
That's
We'll
what
get
But
onto
I'd rather start with Liverpool, though. To be honest with you guys,
Boring.
obviously,
That's a
I
boring.
said you don't know about winning, but a team that's
Chris,
won a,
Chris,
all they do is win.
Hey,
It's boring.
Chris, you got a lot to answer for because you tried to say their squad's average and their midfield's average.
Yeah,
No,
and
I
they went
But
and
yeah,
peppered-
but yeah, they're the world champions.
Isn't that the same
They're the world, they're the world and
Is that
European.
the same Southampton?
You know when
Did they
people
lose?
say, when people say world champions, it's embarrassing.
How's that embarrassing?
How?
In fact, so.
That's it, 'cause
What,
we
the
know
facts are embarrassing?
You're Division 1. This is not your place. I told you before, this ain't your
Bro,
lane.
you're mid-table.
Big
You can't
boys.
chat to me
Leave it
either.
to the big boys. There's a table. There's an unspoken.
What big boys? You
There's
lot,
a
you
table.
lot are the forgotten.
Listen,
You're like the oldest in the end.
listen.
That went prison and
Listen,
watched now.
exactly.
You're the washed olders.
No. We're the
Yeah, you
oldest.
are.
No,
You're
no,
the
no,
you're the
we're
washed
still
crackhead
back- yeah,
olders
we're still
now.
back.
You know them
We're elders
crackhead
are
olders
still
that used to be the men.
We're still
That's
back.
what you lot are now. Don't try it. You and Man
You're this
United.
younger that knows a brother that's got an older brother. That's why you be talking so much smack.
Man,
Wait, hold on. Who are the big boys?
Arsenal, Liverpool,
You're high.
Manchester United.
Big boy where?
That's it.
Yeah,
We're the
7
big
points
boys.
off relegation.
And then we got cousins now. That's Chelsea. Tottenham ain't even a cousin. Trust me.
Bro,
They're knocking at the
should
door.
we look
trying
at
to
the
get
table
in.
quickly?
You, I don't know where you are on our street. You live in the next
They're
block.
They're Premier League side.
No. Do you know what we did? We bought
You
our
lot-
house
you
in
lot
a-
listen,
we
Fulham
bought our
have
house in an
been
upcoming
Division
area.
one.
It's gonna
Affluent
put it very
area, yeah,
soon.
yeah.
In the Prem.
Yeah, these times you got rats in your house.
Anyway, let's talk about Liverpool.
Let's talk about Liverpool.
Let's talk about Liverpool. Let's talk about Liverpool because obviously it was 0-0 at half.
Congratulate Liverpool because they've won the league in.
They haven't won it yet. But
Not in a fashion. Not in a
It's
fashion.
done.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie because
22 points ahead now.
they're
22.
gonna win it by
which is
in
what?
April.
Which
They're
is a
gonna win it by
record.
mid-
Which is a
Bro,
record
they've drawn one game. That's it.
against Man United.
Man
And what was it? What was the record? The longest lead or
biggest gap.
biggest gap
in
basically.
European,
must be.
European
And it's
major
embarrassing that a dead average team got the points off them.
league. Who's dead?
Crazy.
What, Man United? Okay.
Ollie as well.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah, but
It's
it
weird.
was a big
Huge
game.
thing,
That's why.
Yeah.
Man United v Liverpool. It could.
Where was
anything
it?
It
could
can always
Trafford.
go different.
happen. It's at Old Trafford.
Yeah, it was
Trafford.
OT. Yeah.
You're getting
But-
smacked up at there, guys.
They've already played.
No, already
See,
played.
You're
Oh,
dumb.
what's the score?
You have no idea what you're talking
Yeah,
about.
dude.
They lost 2-0.
Jack was.
I didn't even tell you the score, bro.
Jack was.
He's waiting for it.
Van Dijk and Salah both
Jack
scored.
was so waiting for that.
A header from Van Dijk and a goal from Salah. Yeah, come on, mate.
Remember the last
You can't talk. You can't
Well,
talk.
that
You're
was-
Division 1.
That was the other day. But I'll be real, I don't remember the games either. Anyway, so obviously,
See how much
Daddy.
Jack's watching this Premier League football like a hawk, innit?
Oh, what?
he
Like,
knows his stuff.
I know what I'm talking
You know
about.
what's
He knows
funny?
his stuff.
He's only watching because he thinks he's gonna.
You know that's funny. You know that's funny. Chris goes on like Jack's not even entitled to watching it.
He's not.
Like if they live in the same house, Chris will come and turn the TV off.
We were arguing.
man.
We were arguing before we came on there. He was arguing, saying because I support Finland, I can't talk about
Hey,
Premier
yo,
League.
this is what.
Because you ain't Premier League. You ain't been Premier League for enough time to talk about it.
Facts.
And I was like, well, you can't talk
That's
about
a fact,
Champions
though.
League.
That's a fact.
You can't talk about.
What about all these
You can't
facts,
talk
though?
about title challenge.
That's a fact.
What about the pundits? What about the pundits that never played for a big club? Could they not talk about it?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
Say
you're
what?
right. Yeah.
Is that the same
Did you hear
thing?
what John Terry said
No,
about
no.
Robbie Savage when he said to Robbie Savage, he said, I'll take criticism.
Yeah, 'cause
from
he
you
cussed
and you."
him. He
said,
cussed
but
him.
Savage, you ain't done nothing, bruh. Get out of it.
He cussed
Yeah,
him.
Facts.
Yeah.
Of course he's going to say
Facts.
that. John
Same with
Terry's
You see-
John
you see
Terry's
man
also a
like him,
racist. So
he thinks Jamie Redknapp's like the pinnacle of football, this guy. You know what I'm saying?
No, he
This
doesn't.
guy, he looks at man like that, pundits like that. I think, oh yeah, they played 170 games in the Prem. You know what I mean?
Did he play for a Liverpool team that won the league?
No.
Nearly
That won the league. Man said
Nearly
won the league. He's about watching football.
Nearly won the
He
league.
don't know nothing.
Nearly won the league.
He's about Liverpool.
Sorry, no, they went.
Nearly.
I can tell you what season as well. I'll tell you what season.
Blackburn, you
I'll
try?
tell you what season.
With Jamie
Blackburn.
Redknapp?
The year Blackburn won the league.
No,
But
Man United was the big boys. What is Man United? Liverpool.
No, but he's talking about the year that.
Who was the manager?
Guys,
no.
let me-
Who's the manager that year?
What, Liverpool?
Yeah.
I ain't got a clue.
Let's move on.
Guys, stop.
Big Roy Evans, big historian.
But yeah, you don't know. You're such a
Guys,
historian.
one day.
You know what happened 2 weeks ago.
One day.
Not enough history.
Guys,
Not enough.
That's
I
history.
promise, guys, wait. I promise on this show we are gonna do the clash of the historians. All right, I'm gonna run a little quiz. Chris
So then
versus
quiz
Jack.
me. Then quiz it. You're getting smart.
Chris versus
Wait.
Cheeky. Trust me, the whole
you
you
ain't
three.
know enough.
Oh, you shut up. You know nothing.
All right, so
Listen, guys. Also, we're going to leave a link in the description.
You know,
below
it's-
to go and talk to Frank. So if you have symptoms like this, then go and make. If any of your family members have symptoms along those lines, please call. Talk to
Funny
Frank.
thing,
let's give
Liverpool.
let's give Liverpool their shine because at the end of the day,
Yeah,
they're
killed it.
storming the
4-0.
league in a fashion.
I mean, 4-0 wasn't a reflective result of that.
no,
game.
it wasn't. It was a really
But-
good game. It was a really good
Right,
game.
But that's the
Southampton
thing.
played
Clinical
well.
though. Clinical.
Yeah, so
Again.
and obviously it all comes down to look. All banter aside, people always keep saying like Liverpool have won this only because VAR's around. That obviously.
Oh, that's
No,
not-
they-
that's
they've won it.
that's
They've won-
banner.
They've won it 'cause it's the
You
worst
lot,
league in
stop
history.
taking
No,
all the internet banter.
No,
to
wait,
heart.
hold on. That's also
That's
hold on.
not
That's,
I hate that as
that's
well.
also unfair as well. Because Chris, you done this a couple of years ago with Leicester, and I was never happy about that.
That was the worst actually.
No, when you
That
then
was
you're
the
like, oh,
worst.
Leicester didn't really win the league because it was a crap. It was all the other teams play crap. You can't say that. You
can't say that. You can't
See
say
Man
that.
City, Man City last year, they won it. They played against a bad boy Liverpool team and showed
So
everyone-
what is
And
that?
what
So
they
what?
did against the bad boy Liverpool
Bro,
team
Bro,
now.
a league win is a league
That
win.
team's still
Man
here.
City's a weaker team. than it was last
Bro, a
year.
league
How?
win.
Based on what?
Bro, a league-
Based on what?
Bro,
Based
you
on
want
what?
How? Based on what?
Chris,
losing their
Chris,
defenders.
the
Bro,
years.
last year they didn't even
What
have Kevin De
defenders?
Bruyne.
What do you mean? What do you mean? What defenders?
Just company left. That was it.
Sorry,
But he wasn't starting that much.
Well, yeah, exactly.
where's
He wasn't
even
their
start-
main centre back? What
He's
do you mean?
Laporte.
You see,
He just came back.
Company, yeah. You see company.
Laporte?
Hold on. We get to him in a minute. You see with company, yeah. Don't underestimate what he does.
I'm not saying that. I'm not
That's what you're
underestimating
saying.
anything.
Oh, what, like
No,
how
no.
you underestimate Henderson
Also,
and
okay,
Milner.
all right,
Exactly.
No, Milner's a
The same,
bad boy.
the same. Oh,
And
okay.
Hendo.
Well, even though you were
Basic,
saying,
but-
even though you were saying in the group chat yesterday that Liverpool's midfield are the worst
It is,
title winning
it is.
midfield,
It is.
you're high.
It is.
He said
You're
after
high.
Leicester though.
After Leicester, thank you.
You're
After
high.
Blackburn as
You're
well.
high.
No, but you have to say.
Bro,
but
this Liverpool team's better than your Invincibles
No,
team.
it's
So
not. No, it's not.
well, they are. aren't they?
Yes, they
They
are.
are, bro.
But it's not one game.
Well,
bro.
I'm glad you said that.
So they're better than your treble winning side then.
No.
Well, Chris,
and I explain why.
Chris, I'm glad you asked
explain
that.
why.
I'm glad you asked that because last week
Nearly made me swear.
Wait, listen.
Football fickle.
Last week, yeah. Can I just say one thing? Last week we was talking about all this replay stuff, yeah. We're talking about all this replay stuff, yeah.
Yeah.
And you got to think about this, yeah. They are 7 games off beating the Invincibles record, which is 49 games.
Wait, hold on. And how many points are they even off beating Invincibles?
Who cares
Oh, they
about
probably-
that?
they probably beat it already.
Wait.
How can Jack laugh about a championship, about a title winning team? How can he laugh about
Hey.
a title winning team?
Let me land.
49.
How can he
49
laugh?
are beating.
Let me land.
49 are beating 48
How can a man
draws.
versus Division 1 laugh about a title winning team?
Can I just say what? Can I just?
We got 92 points, you speng.
91.
90, whatever.
Football historian.
Yeah.
Football historian. You can't
Potato,
even remember.
potato.
You don't even remember how
Potato,
many
How
points.
did you remember that?
No,
Because we had discussion last time.
No, listen to me.
And you man tried to say it was death for 90.
Listen, you're the football
You tried to
historian,
say-
but you
you
can't
tried to
remember
say
your
it was death for
greatest
90.
year.
You tried to
How
say
many
it was
points
death
you
for
Guys,
got?
guys, forget that. All I'm trying to say is this, yeah.
How can you say it's true when 3 weeks ago I got it right, you cocks?
All right, listen. All right.
but a football historian
I'm just
would
trying to
remember
say.
it.
All right, listen. I'm just trying to say. I'm not trying to say Liverpool.
No, they got me tight.
Liverpool at the moment they're winning so well that they're still in line to do certain things. Obviously, I know they got the replay for the FA Cup, but they could win that. Maybe if they do feel like fielding.
If it was Arsenal, then
they're
they
still
definitely.
They ain't winning the Champions
they're
League.
still in the Champions
they're
League.
not.
They're still in it though. They might
No,
not.
they're putting
They might
they're
not.
putting the youngsters
They're
up.
not. But let's be real here. They haven't had a bad time in Europe.
They're in it to win it.
Yeah, they're in it to win it, and they don't have a bad time in Europe, and they win the league. So they could
I think
potentially.
they've lost twice though.
So in one season,
No one cares they lost in Champions League. Let him land. Go on.
all I'm trying to say is, in one season, they could, at the very least, out of the best Premier League sides of all time, which is Invincibles, the treble winning, and the Centurions, yeah,
They could do all of that.
they could do all of that.
Okay, but
Now,
Then
I
what?
don't think they'll do treble, but I think
let me explain. Like Okay, if they beat the Invincibles record, yeah, obviously they're better than the Invincibles.
No, they're not. Because if they, wait, because I'll explain. Let me explain why. I'm interested.
Let
me explain.
You're dumb.
Because even if they get the 49 games, that's sick. But they need to go the whole season.
No, that's what I'm
unbeaten.
talking about.
Yeah, but that's what we're talking about.
Oh, okay, I thought you
bro,
about the record.
Forget that 49. Forget that 49.
Okay.
Forget the 49. No one cares about that.
Okay.
It's a 38-0 that they had no losses, yeah?
Right.
And what I'm saying is, if Liverpool do that, forget Invincibles. They would just had a great season. It's no more. You can't call the Arsenal season Invincibles anymore.
yeah,
There's only
but
one.
Which one you can't?
Sorry.
You can't. You can't take away what happened first.
Well, but-
Why?
You can't because he's
No,
dumb.
well,
So if
Liverpool,
if Liverpool lose one game now, yeah, and do the treble, so what? And they smack up the team in the final.
No, because the treble is a treble,
Shut
regardless.
your mouth.
That's like,
To be fair,
Wait.
to be fair, Akeem's right.
No, shut up. You can't talk.
You have to change your name.
can't talk.
You have to change your name to the Great Seasoners.
Yeah.
That's what you change it to.
Dumb.
The Great Seasoners.
Dumb.
I'm just saying,
Dumb.
you have to remove the word the. You just have to be.
Yeah.
Invincibles.
No, you call Liverpool Invincibles too. That's what you call
No,
it.
because they've done it better than
It's
you.
a sequel.
They've done better
But the
than you.
sequel is better than the first one, innit? It happens. It happens.
Can't
Terminator
be-
2. Terminator 2 is better than Terminator 1.
They can't be the Invincibles the second. That's
No,
what it
2.
means.
Invincibles 2, bro.
No.
Expendables 2. Terminator 2.
But Chris,
It's a movie.
Chris, reality is no disrespect.
I know, you shut your mouth. Let me tell you something.
Outside
Let me tell you something.
Hold on,
No, I don't hear your crap. I will say something here. Listen. The idea of Arsenal going unbeaten, cool. Now that record's there for someone to beat. Records are there to be broken.
Yeah.
You don't need to learn to celebrate that rather than looking at Arsenal, putting your fingers at Arsenal.
Let me.
I could have sworn you said.
We just mentioned treble.
Like it's something
We just mentioned treble. It's Centurion.
Wait, all I'm
Why are
saying
you on the
Because
defense?
you're trying to dismiss.
Why are you on the
You tried to
defense?
dismiss our team.
Man just said treble as well.
You tried to dismiss
I
our
just
team.
said, Chris, I just said, Man City
They won't even let a man land
Centurions,
you, but don't worry, Arsenal, mate.
No, man, you're landing. No, you're landing
I
nonsense,
got
bro.
this.
But Chris,
I mentioned trebles.
Chris, all I'm saying is, no disrespect, but outside the Arsenal community, people are already starting to forget about the Invincibles.
Only thickos like you.
In 20 years
And
ago,
people that watch the Division
That's
One
not true.
football.
That's not true.
It is true. It is true.
That's not true.
It is true. It is
That's not
true.
true.
So once
No normal football fan forget. Oh.
No, you can't forget the
You don't
Invincibles.
forget
I'm not
the
saying-
Invincibles.
I'm
You're
not-
gonna forget Henry, yeah? You're gonna forget Henry.
didn't say
What he
that.
did to you,
That's what I
yeah?
said.
Shut your
What's
mouth.
that got to do with
Because
anything?
he's the invincible man. He was part of
There's
that.
bare Invincibles.
See,
Allow it,
again,
brother.
you're acting like the
Bobby
older
Perry.
Indians. That's not a cracker. Talking about times when you used to body man up. And
I
you
know,
don't
I
do
can't
that
wait till
anymore.
the day.
So what I'm trying
I can't wait till
all
we
I'm
bully
trying to
man
say
up
is,
again.
all I'm trying to say is, if Liverpool
We
get
waited a long
2 of the
time,
3,
mate.
Next season.
so if Liverpool get 2 of the 3,
What's 2 of the 3? I like
so
the
Centurions and Invincibles, or
Then obviously they're
treble.
they're the second best Premier League team of all time.
So at the moment,
Team in the Premier League.
Who's
Team in the
first?
Premier
Who's
League.
first?
The treble winners.
No.
And the reason why, because they won the Champions League.
They've done 2 out
as
of
well
the
as-
3.
No, you're not getting.
Yeah,
You're not
yeah.
getting
No.
what he's saying. What
Yes,
he's
I
saying
am
is,
getting.
no, what he's
He said
saying
if
is,
they
let
did
Jack speak.
He said if they did a Centurion and unbeaten or the treble,
Yeah.
2 of those 3,
Yeah.
I'm gonna swear like Chris. It craps all
you're
over
not.
you.
You're not getting what I'm saying. Overall, obviously they're the best Premier League team.
Yes,
but
that's
they're
what
not.
we just said,
But
though.
wait. What I said. Sorry, let me rephrase. But the
Chat
best league season, okay, is Man United.
I hear you. No, that's fine.
And it will never
That's
change.
fair,
It doesn't
that's
matter.
fair.
It doesn't
That's
matter if they get
fair.
120
No,
points.
I hear you, I hear
You
you.
have to win the Champions League in the
That's
same
impossible,
year.
that's impossible,
Wait, hold on. Here's something.
That's what he
No,
said,
no,
though.
bro. He said impossible, bro.
But
All
they
I'm
win
saying
the
is-
treble.
all
No,
I'm
but if
saying
they
is,
win the
wait.
treble,
No,
then
no,
Actually,
wait.
gets 114.
Wait. Do you know why? Everyone wants to banter. Hold on. Everyone wants to banter, yeah?
that's
But
never
from
banter.
since
You've done the banter.
since 1990 or since 1991, there's been a few.
92.
There's been a few
92.
English teams. There's been a few English teams that have won the Champions League. Yeah, there's only one team that wins the league at the same time, Man United.
I hear you.
We won it 3 times
Yeah, but listen.
and three league titles and Champions Leagues.
Yeah, but listen.
Where did Chelsea
There's
finish
only
when
one
they won the
team.
Champions League?
There's only one
Go and
team.
tell me where they
That's done the
finished.
treble, domestic.
fifth.
The domestic treble.
Where did Liverpool finish in 05?
Fifth.
Bro, don't come out my face with that rubbish then.
Hold on.
Win the
Hold on.
Champions League and the Premier
In
League.
the same season.
Okay,
Well,
then
that's
don't talk to
facts.
man if
That's
you don't
facts.
do
That's
that.
facts. But I'm just
Don't
saying.
talk to man.
But they're still in it.
Man finishes 10th. Man finishes 10th for winning the Champions League.
Wait.
Well, it's
But-
You ain't a champion.
No, No, but Chelsea, I think was lower than
No,
fifth.
they're
both
both
seventh.
fifth.
They're both
I
fifth.
guarantee you, any money right now, both of them.
No,
finish.
It might be six. It might be six.
I touched that.
Don't
Sounds
say.
Guys,
Might
hold
have
on.
been, Chelsea might have been
Guys,
sixth.
but
Liverpool
Akeem,
guaranteed fifth. I
Akeem,
know
you
that
do
for
have
a
to
fact.
say the fact that they just won it last summer.
Yeah.
So they just won the Champions League.
Yeah, they did. Yeah.
They,
But it's not in a single
it's not,
season.
It's not.
But who's
I
saying
know.
they're gonna
I
win
know. I know.
If you man
But
could see Akeem's
but
eyes.
at the same time,
Nah, don't discredit 99 treble win. That's what
bro,
I'm
I'm not discrediting. By
discredit.
the way, I'm not
sounding
Look
like
at
discrediting
Pep
Chris.
Guardiola from last season.
guys. Liverpool fans,
Domestic treble.
listen. I know.
No one respects that.
Ferguson said impossible to do.
Okay.
What? Why do you always quote Ferguson?
listen.
How much does this
Forget
guy
that.
study?
Listen. All I'm trying to say is this, yeah, guys. All we're trying to say, in long story less long. Big up Liverpool.
long.
Big up Liverpool. You might have done your thing.
Long story is long.
Yeah. Big up you lot. You lot done your thing.
Are we
And
on
at the end of the
schedule? Are we
day-
on
and at the end of the day, as you can see, we are.
Did Jamaica. Guys, how many minutes we did?
You never
stay on
Can I just say one thing though?
If you forget to
Hey,
Chelsea,
Jack,
Leicester.
you notice that I brought out Liverpool taking over trebles? Or,
Yeah.
or
That's it.
It makes
Game
man
over,
touchy still.
Yeah. You,
How do you feel about it?
Do you know what
I
I
can't
mean?
lie.
Do you know
He
what I'm
loves
saying?
it.
I'll be real.
He
No,
loves it.
No, don't.
That's
No,
why.
don't. No,
That's the
don't.
only thing I respect
don't.
about you and the peas that you make.
No, don't.
You're loyal to your crowd, my guy.
He got a lot of peas,
And this
guys.
guy.
Man's not loyal.
Show
He's
no
not
mercy in
hurt.
public, mate.
He's not
Are you
hurt.
not?
See me?
Just
I
so
did-
you know-
you know what it is? I didn't.
Just so you know, yeah.
I cry behind closed doors.
Just so you know, yeah, Akeem has a Lamborghini. Just so you know.
Yeah,
He's got a
See me?
Lamborghini.
You see
Jack
me,
Cohen.
yeah? I cry behind closed
Jack
doors.
Cohen.
That's how man does my thing.
You lot, don't trust me. He ain't crying.
See
He's
all these
laughing.
internet,
it's good.
all these internet trolls. You man ain't drawing me out. No.
No way, no way.
Can't draw me
No
out.
way,
No
Jermaine's
way.
gonna be on Twitter.
Oh, bro, you know that man on Twitter, bro. Sometimes man just say things that I didn't even say. I always come in and back Henderson like, nah, rate Henderson.
Yeah.
Man in my mentions. Shut up. What you said about Henderson now? I'm thinking,
Oi,
but I never dissed Henderson.
Do you know what
ever.
cracked me up yesterday when he was like, the Dutch guy scored, I can't pronounce his name. I don't want to butcher it like Jermaine does.
Yeah.
Why? When
But
did
he
Jermaine
was,
call him?
and the kid was like, I tweeted in 2014 he was
No,
going to
I
be a
didn't
good player.
say
But he scored one goal
Don't
to begin with.
Yeah. I didn't say 20.
And secondly, no one cares.
Yeah.
And thirdly, no one cares.
And that was what.
guess
I
what?
told man he's gonna be a bad boy. I said it on my Twitter. I said it on my Twitter that time.
But say now he flops, he's going to ghost.
Yeah.
I didn't say that.
I'll scroll up and
I didn't
delete.
say
Let me tell you something.
Message is unavailable.
Listen, before Lukaku came to United, me and the King would argue like mad over this guy.
Yeah.
The guy came to United, yeah. He obviously wasn't
Chopped
as
it out.
he did his
One
thing.
and two, one and two.
One and two, but he wasn't as successful as you would have liked.
He flopped.
One and two.
One and two,
is
but he wasn't
flop.
as successful as you would have liked.
One and two good
International.
for 80 million, you prat.
Yes.
Van Nistelrooy cost how
Crazy.
much? How much did Root
Clothesline.
cost?
Wait,
He's
How
giving
much
it a
did Root
How much
cost?
did Pepe cost?
How much did Root cost?
Hey,
No,
someone-
stay up.
so-
No,
hey,
no,
someone said-
no goalpost. No
Hey,
goalpost.
someone said
No goalpost.
someone said Arsenal
No
had more.
goalpost.
I had more
Yeah,
manager
it
changes
can't even get
than
out.
goals.
Hey, listen,
than
even I don't
Pepe's
want to
got
hear
goals.
this. Even I don't want to hear
He
this.
knows that's not
You
good
know, there's
enough.
people on the tube. They're going to be listening
That's
to this on
not
the
a good
tube
enough
now,
return.
and they're going to be like, "How long is this going to go on?"
Hey, what's your point?
It's
What's
just you
the
two
point,
going.
man?
You two do shout a lot.
What's your point?
You two shout over each other a lot, man.
Not good enough return.
What?
For that price.
Lukaku. Okay, well,
That
that's
price.
your
So you got it
opinion.
wrong. It's a flop.
That's your opinion.
But for you, it was.
For me, 1 and 2
Better
is
than
a
Root?
good.
Better
No,
than-
no,
no.
comparing
I
it to
said-
other players.
I said,
Can we
was
get
he?
on- can we
was-
listen
Bro,
to
the-
this?
no,
All right, cool, guy. You know
Why are we
what?
talking
You know,
about
forget
this?
that. Forget
Why are we
that.
talking about
Okay,
Ruben
why are we
Van
talking
Nistelrooy?
about Lukaku?
Why are we talking about Ruben Van Nistelrooy? Let's move on, please. Come on.
So-
you got history, bro. I don't know where you're going.
I know about Ruben. Just give it a rest.
History. You know.
I know Ruben Van Nistelrooy because he scored a
You don't know
sick
about
hat trick
Ruben
against
Nistelrooy. Oh,
Fulham.
against Fulham
When he ran the whole
Man,
pitch.
this goal against, he looked like Henri that day.
Yeah.
Man even twisted up his whole body, opened his body up to score.
Yeah.
Do you remember that when he went round the ball?
Yes,
opened-
that's why I just mentioned it. I do remember it.
Embarrassing. Embarrassing.
So, firstly, I don't know about Ruben Van
Let's go.
Nistelrooy.
Exactly.
Let's go.
No, it's embarrassing.
That's all he remembers.
He's acting like he reminded you
Bro,
of
do you know
the
what it
joke.
is? I said this off air, yeah? Chris reminds me of a man who's lost everything in Vegas and he's just come out of the room and he's just shouting at everyone.
Guys, Mbappe, will he go to Liverpool? Yes or no?
No.
Maybe. Maybe.
He won't.
What? If Mbappe comes to
Man City
England,
need
More
more.
likely
If he comes to the
Man-
Premier
more
League-
likely to go City.
Man City.
I'm not
Mbappe
saying,
comes to the
they
Premier
can't get
League,
him.
what-
I'm just gonna say-
Hold on a second,
Liverpool
Chris.
can't get-
Wait, hold on a
man,
second,
this
Chris.
is-
can't
I'm
afford
asking a question, Chris. You just
City
said,
need him.
Man City needed more.
Yeah.
But a minute ago, you were just saying Liverpool's team's average. or not good or not great. So which one is it? I don't make any sense.
Again, I said their midfield is the most average midfield in terms of individual players and in terms of quality. But as a team, it's one of the best teams we've seen, you prat.
Okay, so they're better than City.
He don't want smoke with man.
So they're better than City.
So what do you base individual players on?
Are they better than City?
This season.
What do you base individual quality on then? What do you base individual quality on?
Come on. Let's be honest. Have Liverpool got a Kevin De Bruyne? Because they'll kill for one of them players.
They won't kill.
They don't need him.
They
don't need him.
They're not killing for no one, Chris.
They don't need him, bro.
Chris, they don't need anyone.
So they kill for what?
This team is near perfect. Do you know what? They've drawn one game.
For that team to continue to be better,
Chat so much rubbish.
Chris, they're perfect.
They need to improve.
They are literally perfect. Bro, they've got almost 100% record.
Look, this is what we had to deal with every week. You don't want to go, yeah, Chris. No, Chris, no party.
Was that Arsenal team perfect?
No, because he's got more draws than IKEA geezer.
You're right, though.
Again,
when there's no Chris, there's no party.
Bro, you had loads of draws, bro.
Do you know why? Do you know why?
12 draws at the end of the season.
Do you know why there's no Chris, no party? Because when we're all together, we actually agree with each other.
Yeah, and that's boring. It's all sucking each other off.
Can we say that? You got beef that.
I can say that.
Chris, yeah. All we're trying to say is.
Well, there goes the brand deals.
Usually shoot Jack, innit?
Is that, look, what? I don't even need to explain that.
If you don't want to sponsor this podcast, just drop us a DM. Yeah. Drop us a DM.
Yeah.
All right. So, guys, leave us a comment below if you guys believe that.
Was the question answered?
No.
Right.
If you guys, I actually had a follow.
So what's your opinion?
I've been saying for a long time that I believe Kylian Mbappe will come.
What? Not Man City?
Would come to. And I also
is
said
that why? Because
if he comes to England, he's definitely going to Liverpool over Man City.
Do you know why though? Do you know why? Because he signed
for so many
because
different
Liverpool
reasons.
got a Nike deal. That's why.
I know you're going to say.
First of all,
he's going to say?
The reason why we bring up the Nike deal, Jack, is because we all know here that if Mbappe is about to go, he's going to go for 250 M's. Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes or no? At least. What did you say? Akeem, what did you just say? Say it. At least. Jack?
No, I reckon about 200.
Nah, bro. Mbappe. Neymar. Do you know what Neymar went for?
That's his Division 1. Leave him.
Do you know what Neymar went for?
Sorry,
Why did you mention that?
Nicholas
He don't know about
Pele.
prices. He don't know about prices.
Oh, listen, you lot. Can we hashtag find?
listen to these lot.
Can we hashtag find Celebos? Because I don't know where he is. Where is he? Celebos. Celebos.
I don't know who they're talking about.
Celebos. Oh, you mean the guy? Okay, Celebos.
That's what he calls him.
Ceballos.
Remember, he was like Celebos. Boss.
Yeah, where is he?
God. Fulham bound.
Anyway, the reason why we always bring up the night deal before it happened, when the New Balance it was getting shaky, was because remember it was getting shaky.
Yeah.
That was time ago. We were like, I was looking for the Kevin Hart meme where he's like, right, it's getting a bit shaky over there in New Balance.
Someone look at this.
From then, I said, right, if Liverpool get this Nike deal that they want, Nike are going to put up the P's for the big players. That's why they do. That's the only reason why.
Did Adidas do that with Man United and Pogba?
Yes.
Yeah, it happens every time. That's the reason why. Listen.
What's about this?
That's
yes,
why.
I know that.
That's why. That's
that
why.
Really,
listen. That's why.
Because people said don't be stupid.
Chris,
that definitely happened.
Chris, that's the only reason why David Silva's there for another season at Man City.
Why?
Because of the Puma deal, and he's one of Puma's biggest players.
That's
the only
right,
reason he's
bro.
there. He's there to see through the transition, and that's he's gone.
What transition?
Of them joining Puma, they've only been at Puma now.
Bro,
yeah,
this is
that's
their
why.
first season. Yeah.
It's important. It's an important
That's
factor.
what
I'm the Division 1 idiot, apparently.
But Jack,
Who you sponsored by?
Jack, I'll be real with you though. I'll be real with you. If you think Mbappe's going for 200 M's.
We are Adidas or Nike. I can't remember which one. We're
Pony.
No. You're talking about Nicholas Pele, mate. That's
Definitely
what he is.
Pony.
Pony, mate.
Definite Pony.
He's rubbish.
Definitely.
You know,
Pony, I like you, but
Pony said, I thought they went out of business.
oh, is it?
Innit, look at him.
Look at Pony, my boy.
Trying to protect a fake brand deal if a company don't exist
Just in
anymore.
case.
Is it come to us
Sorry,
next
guys.
week,
Pony,
Jack? Sponsored by Pony. What?
Pony trainers are still around.
Yeah, what?
No, Pony's still around.
All right, Jack.
Why are
is
we
it-
talking about
Hey,
Pony?
that's
our next brand deal.
Chris would definitely wear Pony shirts. I know.
100. I would rock I bought a Kappa the other day. I definitely rock that.
Yeah, he's like, he likes his ears, two birds on the bench. That's why.
Oh yeah, it is. Let me see.
Pony trainers are still around, bro.
Alright, let's get a sponsorship then.
Hey, Pony, no, they're not,
Net-a-Porter.
surely.
Yeah.
Let's get the sponsorship going.
So Net-a-Porter? No way. For how much?
Hey, Pony says has real heritage.
Yes.
Pony has real heritage.
Hey, Pony, if you're a sponsor of
Mr. Heritage.
Mr. Heritage, I love Pony. I love me some
okay,
Pony.
now you love Pony.
Spurs used to
Bro,
rock Pony.
Man just trying to cuss you with Pony.
Yeah, you literally just tried to
Anyway,
cuss Pony, and then now you love him.
anyway, guys, let us
Yeah,
know.
that's why-
Let us know in the comments below.
Mental.
Call me Soldier Boy.
Oh man,
Pony?
oh man. Let us know in the comments.
Pony?
All I remember is about Soldier
I love
Boy.
Pony.
Oh, I don't want to. Bro, we can't even talk about
Hey,
it.
let us know.
I just remember him packaging. I remember packaging that.
I know, Pony
Well,
just...
yeah.
That console is amazing.
No. Hey, look at
That console of China. That China console.
No. Look at the
Calm
crib.
down.
Look at the crib. Look at
Pony.
that. That looks like, hey, Vance, can I copy your homework?
No, Ryan's copied
Yeah,
them.
sure, bro.
Ryan's copied them, Jake.
Man said, hey,
That's how-
man.
Heritage.
He don't know.
Heritage, geezer.
Sorry, I didn't know that Pony copied Vans or Vans.
Wow, okay.
My bad.
Tune in for our next podcast where we talk about
Fashion.
Pony. All right, so
Fashion, innit?
let us know in the comments
Hashtag
below
ad.
if Mbappe was to be sold. Oh my word! If Mbappe was to be sold, let us know what price tag you feel like he demands.
Do you think any other club besides Man City or Liverpool could attract
Liverpool
him in the
can't
Premier
afford
League?
him,
I honestly
Like
don't.
Chelsea?
Yeah, they can.
Like Chelsea could?
Like Chelsea, but
Chelsea could.
and they got
The old
but,
Chelsea,
but
not
no.
now.
Yeah, not
now.
the current
Not now.
Chelsea.
Do you think? But look, after that, what he done to obviously
Thomas
Tuchel last week or a couple of days ago,
yeah.
like I think that's gonna put off a few different
I ain't
managers.
putting off nobody.
Nah, I ain't putting off nobody.
No,
Nah,
put-
nah,
no.
get out
When I mean, listen, I don't
He's
mean
bored, brother.
Listen,
He's
Klopp
bored.
Klopp will hug that brother to
Innit?
submission.
To death.
Yeah.
Who'll hug him to death?
Yeah.
cuz.
But talking to PSG,
But whose
though,
place does he take, though?
anyone, mate.
Oh,
He's Mbappe.
Firmino's.
That's the question.
Firmino's.
Nah,
What?
you have no respect
Nah,
for Firmino.
nah, bro.
He's
Salah,
one of the- he's one of the
Salah,
best-
Salah.
Firmino's one of the best
No,
players in the
none
league.
of them.
Salah.
Firmino's one of the best players in the league.
That's what's
Anyway,
the
no,
point.
talking about
Mane will have to
PSG,
get dropped.
That's what's
talking
the
about
Salah,
PSG,
Mane!
I know he's saying that.
Mane!
No, he's winding me up. He's
Oh,
winding me up.
right.
He's
talking
winding me
about PSG though, do you see Neymar getting booked for showboating?
Yeah, but apparently he didn't. He actually spoke.
Said
He
something
dissed-
rude.
he said, yeah, it was dissent.
Oh,
to
did
the
he
ref.
diss him? All right,
Yeah.
then move on then. I didn't realise that.
No, but apparently.
So you
obviously
know
we
all
don't
them rubbish football pages like R.I.P. football.
Yeah, I know. All right.
you know that one. It's like
You know the funny thing, I saw like some 50, you know all these 15-year-olds on Twitter and stuff like writing RIP football. I'm like, you're only a
Like,
kid.
bro, yeah.
You don't even
This is
know
all you
real
know.
football anyway.
But can I say one
Your
thing? though?
first World Cup
Can
was
I say
like
one thing, though? Can I
2010.
say one thing?
You know
though?
what I'm saying?
Let's be honest here though.
So was Jack,
when
though.
he did do the rainbow flick,
Hey.
Jack, when we did believe that he got carded for the rainbow flick, Chris said that was embarrassing. Chris,
Yeah.
why did you say that was embarrassing?
Because what man just said.
About what?
I said it's embarrassing for him to get booked. Oh, no.
Oh.
The embarrassment was the fact that he's in a league and
Oh, where he can do that. Okay.
like, he should be.
He
in
always does
league.
that though.
He shouldn't. But he shouldn't be in that league though. He was embarrassing. He embarrassed himself to go there in the first place. Like chucked these toys at the pram and wanting to go to a PSG because he wanted to be the big. Who goes France to play the football, man?
Who's better out of those two?
Out who?
Mbappe and Neymar.
I can't say.
That's a tough one.
I can't say.
Who would you rather in your team?
Oh,
Mbappe.
Mbappe because he's younger.
And he's got a better attitude. People thought before a couple of days ago.
No, but Neymar's attitude at Barca was cool until he just at the end.
They both now have dodgy attitudes, isn't it?
No,
That's the
not
reality.
Killer has no.
You don't know that. You don't, bro.
As far as I can see,
bro.
no.
To be fair,
bro,
he-
that's so
he- nah, to be fair-
I'm always, listen.
To be fair to Chris, though, he is in the PSG dressing room every week, so
Yeah.
he knows both of them
Listen,
inside
you must know
out.
Inside out, because you're also agreeing on the other side, you prat.
I'm not agreeing on the other side.
You must
I
be,
didn't say. I just said I didn't know.
that's what we're doing.
I said I prefer Mbappe as a player. I didn't say he's got a better attitude. I didn't say
but
that.
All I'm saying,
I was asked the question, so I'm
Chris.
answering the
All I'm
question. Yeah,
saying
and I'm
is,
answering the
be
question
wary,
for
be
you.
wary,
This
be
guy's
wary. All
dumb.
I'm saying is, be wary of those sort of players. Because remember a year ago, almost a year to this day, we were talking about what Kepa done to Sarri, and I said the guy should never play for Chelsea again, ever. Doesn't matter how good he is. It doesn't matter if he's the best keeper in the world, bro. He shook his head and said, I'm not coming off." And it's taken 11 months for Chelsea to work out that he's trash. Or he's not good,
But his
or he's
attitude
bad
in
for his
football is
attitude.
different.
He clearly hasn't got the attitude, and that's
He
the
does
fact.
concede a lot of goals,
Bro, and he's not got the attitude.
See, that's how we're saying we might as well talk about the Chelsea Leicester City game.
So he was right. He was right to be dropped.
He was right to be dropped.
Oh, so we got there in the end.
Did you see Caballero?
I ain't gonna lie,
Did you see
Caballero, like, he's
Caballero?
having a nightmare.
Someone said he looked like he ran for the bus and missed it. Just ran back.
You know what I look funny about Caballero? It looked like he was always out of position. Like, when he's supposed to be at the front, he's supposed to be in the middle, and then it always looked like he was trying to find himself. It looked a bit silly.
looking like Vin Diesel,
But
mate.
do you think this is one of the reasons why he maybe should have been eased in and played some FA Cup games first, because he might be a bit rusty.
But then, like you said, Kepa deserved to be dropped, and Kepa has not been good.
Innit? So
Like, quite frankly.
make your mind up. What you want?
No, I'm asking you the question. I'm just asking you the question, innit?
No.
All right.
No. Like,
Fair enough.
Kemba deserves to be dropped. Like, bro, like, you know when it's time to be dropped? Sometimes you just got to take the L on the next man.
so-
You know what?
Hey,
so-
or you
My
put your
housemate-
gloves on.
Well, my housemate Adam's a
What,
big
the Blackburn
Chelsea
fan?
No, that's another one, Tom. My other housemate Adam. He said he hates Kepa. He said he's an
Yeah.
awful keeper.
Yeah, he is awful.
He said he's one of the worst in the league.
What did he say when? Look, because
No, but Kepa's been really bad.
He's been poor.
Like, there's been times when it's been highlighted very clearly that bro is terrible.
So can
man.
I?
Does
So
mad stuff.
I mean, you let Martinelli score.
when are we gonna get to a point? Yeah, when are we gonna get to a point when
Definitely get 4 against
where Lampard starts getting criticised?
Lampard's got
I
time in
keep
his hands.
telling you, yeah.
No,
Akeem,
I'm talking to you. No, I'm not talking about the
stop it, man.
masses.
You're obsessed
Listen,
with Lampard.
I know-
You're
yeah,
obsessed.
bro,
You're
'cause-
obsessed.
Cause
We
you
talk
keep
about
saying-
every manager. What are you talking about?
Did he take your girl?
We're talking about.
Did he take your girl, King? Back in the day.
First
Make
of
your
all,
girl my girl.
listen, yeah. You keep
Switch
talking
the girl
about
with-
you keep talking about Lampard. Lampard says the same thing every single game. What did he say?
Why
at
do
the
you
end of
always
this
comment on what the person says? I'm talking about doing.
What's
I'm talking
he
about
done?
actions.
He hasn't done nothing wrong.
What? He hasn't done nothing wrong.
They're sitting in the top four, bro.
But apart from his tactics and,
They're sitting in
and
the top
every
four.
bro, they're
He's
sitting in the top
learning,
four.
Akeem.
He's learning.
So okay, here's the funny
And
thing.
he
Hold on.
says,
Wait,
no, man, it's
wait,
not fair.
no,
It's not fair, bro. You
Go
can't
on.
say his tactics, bro.
Jay.
He's implemented the tactics, and he's even said,
Stop,
yo,
here we go.
these
What you
man
said
ain't.
again?
These man, oh, bro.
Chris,
come on, man.
Jay,
So now he has poor tactics.
Jay, let me say something first, yeah?
So now-
No, wait, man's not saying it. Hold on.
He loves it.
Hold on.
fourth.
Oh my days. Listen, they're fourth by default, yeah? Every other team's dead, yeah? But either way,
But this is one of the best teams ever.
nah,
I mean, Liverpool.
No one said it's the best
the
season
greatest
ever.
Liverpool team.
But anyway, Chris, you know,
Four.
Chris, you're just being
Oh,
dumb.
that's all collapsed. Go on.
To be fair, he's got you there.
Hey.
You're chatting rubbish.
Who?
You.
How am I talking rubbish?
Because
About
you
what?
said you were cussing him for saying
No,
that
no,
it
because
wasn't
what
the
I
best
said,
league.
because now I have to go
Wasn't a
into it
good
because
league, and
you
then
two are
now-
both
Trust
too
man,
thick,
trust
yeah?
me.
What
No,
I
no,
said,
no, no.
what I said was,
Thick on.
what I said was, you can't say it's a crap league. That's what I said.
Forget that.
Yeah?
Move on.
Did I ever say at any
Talk about
point
the
that
next
this is the
thing,
best
man.
league season ever in Premier League? So what are you two talking about?
All
You're
right,
like,
that's what you do.
I move
whatever,
on.
man.
Anyway,
Carry on, carry on,
exactly.
carry
So
on,
stop
carry
talking
on,
rubbish
carry
then.
on, carry on.
Anyway,
Clutch it.
anyway, all I'm
Yeah,
saying
they're
is,
clutching at straws
all
there,
I'm
bro.
saying is, Lampard talks a good game. He says the right things. Listen to me, bro. Are you gonna let man talk? Yeah.
Oh.
Right.
Oh, can
He
you
says
let
the
me
right.
talk?
He says the right things. Yeah. He makes it sound like he knows what he's doing. I'm talking about actions,
Like?
tactics. Let me talk, brother. So actions, yeah, and what he actually does. The players who come out on the field and how they perform. That's what I'm talking about. Criticize. I'm not talking about criticize the way he comes across or his press conferences. That's excellent.
What are you- what's your point? What is your point?
Final thing.
Point it out.
Wait,
Point
I
it
What's
am.
your
out.
point?
I am.
What's he getting wrong?
This is why these podcasts go on forever now.
point it out.
It's going in
Bro,
circles.
point
That's
it
right.
out.
You're going in circles.
If he was a
One of
baller,
the
he's the
things-
baller that slows
one
down
of
the
one of
bloody play.
things- Yeah,
All
and
that
you need that.
transition-
And you need that.
Nah,
you
you
need
slow
that.
down.
You need that in the team.
What?
So people who slow down the play, you need that. in
Oh,
the
yeah,
team.
yeah,
Anyway,
alright, cool,
But
then.
anyway, so one of the things that he's gone wrong. Well, one,
Alright, let's take
well,
give this weekend for example. What did he get wrong this time?
No, I'm talking about overall. I'm not talking about one game.
I ju-
Why are we talking about one game?
All right.
That's what we're talking
Talking
about.
about overall.
Pick a
It's one
game.
game.
All right. So is this something he constantly does? Is it what?
Constantly. Well,
So
one
he
of
did
the
do it this
things- one of
weekend,
the things one of the things he's done, he's not been able to empower and make use of the best player in his team, which is
which is?
Kante. Sorry, he's not been able to do it.
Kante.
Kante?
There you go. Yeah,
Can't he do it, though?
Kante.
Yeah, go on.
He's not been able
Well,
to.
Kante's their best player in terms of defensive midfield.
He's their best player.
not
Full
going
stop.
forward.
Full stop.
Yeah,
He
but-
Yeah,
scored a
best
few
player.
goals. Scored a few goals this season.
Bro, he's had in an average season,
Scored a few
below
goals.
average season.
Well, he's been injured, isn't he? Or-
Again,
Yes,
this is why
yes.
this is what makes me laugh, bro. When it
Jorginho-
comes to
Jorginho's-
Chelsea, you man all making excuses.
No, it's not.
Bro,
Can't get Chris good enough.
I don't like Chelsea.
It's
quite obvious.
If like counteracts the point, that's
he's
making
been
excuses.
injured,
No,
bro. He's got a few goals,
he's
hasn't
been
he?
using George.
Bro, he's one of the
Hold
best.
off your
He's one of the
accent.
best players in the world.
Bro,
So what?
I don't like
about?
He's not
Chelsea.
here. He
I
hasn't
don't
been
like
there all the
Chelsea.
time.
Yeah, so why are you
But I'm not here making
for man?
excuses.
Bro, I'm not going to be on Lampard because he hasn't brought the best out of Kante.
Okay, cool.
He brought the best of certain men
Okay.
who I thought, bro, he's brought the best out.
The breast.
The
He's
breast.
brought out the best out of certain other players. You are not serious.
Hey, it took out
Okay.
the breast.
All right, you know what, Jay? All right, based on that.
So wait,
I get-
so all of his players are lacking
No.
confidence.
And that's
Okay, so
whose fault
because
is
he
that?
hasn't made
Do you know what makes me
I'm
laugh?
asking the question.
Do you know what makes me laugh
I'm
about
asking
this?
the question.
Yeah, do you know what makes me laugh about this?
Wait.
Wait.
You're like Scott
Wait,
Parker when you
do you
play
know-
football. Just
do you know what
go
makes me
in
laugh?
circles.
Round.
Are you
Round and round and round and
so
round.
You cussing your manager?
Yes, I am cussing
He
my
picked out
manager.
one player and said,
Wait.
he's not making him happy.
Cool.
What about the man he is? Do you know what I mean?
These
What
men are
about
top
Tammy?
four,
He's not.
bruv.
What about Tammy?
You know what? Yeah,
well.
let's as a manager, I'm gonna focus on making my best player happy.
Okay.
That's what you would have said to me.
Okay.
You think if I said to you, he's not making the best player happy? Do you know what you would do to me?
Did I actually say that? What I said is he's not perform. He's not.
All I
getting his
said
best
was
player
that
to
he
perform.
didn't do
Is
this
that what
on
I-
this
that's what I
specific
said.
day. And
I
he's
said
not
he's not
getting
getting. He's not getting his best player to perform. Or his
What? What?
That's a fact. That's what I said.
Maybe his best player don't want to perform.
what is your point?
Maybe his best player don't want to perform.
That's what I said.
Jay, on that note, because you're making an excuse, you're a Lampard
He's so
apologist.
used to
here.
arguing with
Wait,
me,
hold
yeah.
on, hold on,
He nearly
hold
said
on.
my name again.
Based on that, then that means Ollie's not doing anything wrong then either.
He's
Is
doing
that
everything.
the case?
He's doing everything.
His
No,
tactics are wrong.
Yeah, but
Ollie's-
bro,
I'll tell you.
Who's Ollie?
And I can tell you.
No,
I can tell you tactics.
Ollie's doing a fabulous
I won't
job.
say he's not getting the best out of a player.
Ole
but
is
he's
doing
been
a
injured
fabulous
half the
job.
season.
But he's not either. He's not getting the best out of the
But
player.
Man United spent like what?
This is the
120,
best
30
Rashford we've had. This is the best
Facts.
Rashford we've
Yeah.
had.
Facts.
So
Rashford.
of course I
We're
can
talking
say.
about, we're talking about the other players.
Oh, okay. So that's my
You
point.
spent 130 M's. You're in what,
He's
7th
so
or 8th
mad.
Wait,
place?
hold on. Do you know what makes me laugh?
Oh
Do you know what makes me laugh about this?
So that's what.
All right, here's something that he's okay. Because this was the
so
next thing I was
dumb.
going to say.
I know,
Like,
fair.
all right, cool.
Football
Okay,
thinker is
Calm,
fine.
calm.
okay.
You're dumb.
Someone explain Lampard's tactics because he hasn't got because it changes it. Wait,
forget.
because no one.
Forget.
Hold on. Anyone
Forget.
watching? Listen,
Forget.
let me answer. Anyone watching? Please explain Lampard's tactics. No one can explain it. Because every single game, the way he plays the game,
guy's
To be
obsessed
fair,
with Lampard.
you are
No,
right.
but
You're
bro,
a better manager
bro,
than Van Lampard.
Hey,
why is Jack keep doing
Well,
that?
you've been on
It's
Frank
not
Lampard.
funny.
You have to be real. You've been on Frank
No,
Lampard since the
because
beginning of the season.
Jay,
And every
Jay, I'll be
season,
honest
how you
though.
say
One
excuses.
thing you're doing that's not fair though. Yeah. Now listen, what you're doing is.
It's not fair.
Wait, because you like him as a person, and I like him as well, but you're not doing it on purpose. You're making excuses for him, yeah. And the fact is, when we now talk about Ollie, I know that he's doing.
I like Ollie.
Bro, you don't like him, bro.
do
The
like
same
Ollie.
guy that
For
said
the
that.
brand,
The
sorry, for
same
the brand.
guy that said he
We love
thought-
Ollie.
Is that
For
the
the
same
brand.
guy that said he
For
thought
the
the goalpost
brand.
moved? The same Ollie that thought. Is that I think they made
I
money
ain't
in the
gonna lie,
goalpost.
I ain't gonna lie. Let me say something.
I thought you-
Let me be clear.
Man,
Ollie,
brand savvy.
Ollie, let me
You're
say
a
something.
crackhead manager,
Let
bro.
me
I'm
be real,
talking
let me
about
be real, let me be
goalpost moving.
Yeah. Back your man.
Ollie, let me be real. You see,
Back
Ollie.
your
yeah, 'cause
man.
Back your man.
Now we've moved to an
You've
Ollie
got to
conversation.
back your
So
man.
let's have the
Back
Ollie conversation,
Yeah,
yeah?
go on.
Ollie, I'll be real with you.
Alright,
My
but
man, when a
hold
man
on.
to man one.
Akeem's sick, by the way, to get it from Frank to Ollie.
Aye,
Bad boy.
nice,
God,
nice.
God.
So,
Yeah, that was
so
a-
let me
that
be
was a
real with
great
you, yeah?
transition.
I'll be so real with you. You see, Ollie, when it comes to him being, oh man.
Brand savvy,
Wait,
brand
wait.
savy.
No,
Go
but
away,
I'm
go
sorry.
away.
I'm sorry.
Can I be real? Can I be real?
Let him tell the truth.
When it comes to Ollie,
Tell the
being
truth.
the manager of Manchester United, yeah, I can't speak about how angry I am. That's how peak it is. I can't.
But about what?
I
What are you
can't-
angry about?
I can't physically tell you. Yeah. Listen.
Well, I get it though.
The fact he plays, and this is where it comes tactics. As soon as we all saw the 4-5-1, we knew what was going to happen. We knew that he was going to. Martial was going to be isolated. We knew. You ain't got to tell me. When it reached the second half, he wanted to get Bruno on the ball more. A guy who's been brought in to my knowledge, which I have little of football knowledge. To my football knowledge, he's been brought in as a person who's supposed to create play.
Yeah.
So he's supposed to sit in the hole and hopefully have runners and have movement and feed them. That's what I've been told. We've brought in this Portuguese star.
Yeah, but hold on.
Right, that's what I've been
Hold on,
told.
stop this. Hold on. To be fair though to Ollie here, he wanted to see whether my man could do the 10 or play a bit deeper.
Okay.
So give him
As
that
far
6-8.
as I'm concerned, he should not have been put deeper.
Especially against the
But he was
counter
better
attack.
than you.
Exactly.
It don't
He
make
was
any
better
sense.
though, no?
He got on the ball more and he was able to dictate more, but that's the problem with United. You've brought a man to come and do one thing,
Yeah, but he
and
can-
because you're still lacking in other areas in that midfield, you're telling your best man to go do that job.
But Matter going to number 10 and bringing my man deeper, it worked. Better.
It didn't work.
It didn't work because we got no
better.
goals.
It worked
Nah, to
better,
be
though.
fair, it was a good result for you.
It
Lot.
worked-
Oh,
it-
you
yeah, it
know
was.
the standard.
Which is
Good
fair.
job. You know the
Which is fair.
standard.
It was
Which
to
is
be
fair.
fair.
See, this is
for
where I have
United.
my own mind. Just because Neville said it, that don't mean I have to agree.
About what? What did Neville say? Just to be
Neville
clear.
said that he feels like it was good that we kept Wolves out. And like he's saying that when Man
No, I don't agree. I don't agree. And wait. That's the type of stuff. That's the type of things that Solskjaer does tactically.
But to be
I
fair,
don't like.
to be fair, Pogba should be playing somewhere.
My Pogba's injured.
He ain't injured.
Oh.
We know he's not
Oh my
Chris,
days!
come on.
Don't do this.
Chris,
Don't
I'm
do
being
this.
for real. Listen.
Don't do
Conspiracy
this.
theories.
Man.
This ain't conspiracy.
If you don't chat
We know
me,
he's not
Benji.
injured, but listen. We know
what's
he's
he
not
doing
injured.
then?
We know he's partying. He don't want to pay for anything anymore. He's done. He's done with it. But listen, if he was there, where does he? That's why probably Bruno's been brought in really, and they need to see what is.
Facts.
Nah.
Bruno
Maybe.
to me is Pogba's replacement.
It looks
Maybe.
like it.
Bruno to me is Pogba's
looks
replacement. So I'm just saying, just like everybody was onto Pogba, when you want more goal contributions, but then you're playing bro in DM, then you're contradicting yourself. To
Yeah, but
me,
Fred is not a DM, so you got
Fred is a
bro,
DM, yeah.
Fred's
yeah,
looking
Fred's a
good.
DM. I know, but you
He's
guys
improved.
also know. No, he's improved. That's which makes more sense.
No, he's had
but when
time.
Pogba's been playing, where does Pogba get put? He's been put in DM.
No,
bare times.
listen. Man United's strongest midfield would be Fred, Pogba, and then and obviously
And
Bruno.
Bruno.
But Bruno is supposed to be the furthest forward out of the three.
Exactly.
Yeah. McTominay as well. Obviously he's injured as well. But Bruno will be the furthest man forward, and that's why Oli made a mistake playing him in it as part of
He
a
had
part
to
of a
see, he
pivot.
had to see him.
No, but bro, it's about seeing, bro. Man United need to pick
we
up the
need
points.
points.
And you know what? I'll be honest with
points,
you. I'll
bro.
be honest. Sorry. Jack, you tried it. I know you tried coming with a smart comment before, but no disrespect. This is the one time that I do agree with Chris. It's hard for you to understand because expectation, yeah, and this goes to the whole thing that Neville said, yeah, expectation and what actually happens is one of the things that actually frustrates us Man United fans the most.
No, but I do
And
understand.
With,
it
and with Fulham, you don't have expectations.
No, but it doesn't matter. Just because
No,
I
I'm just
support-
saying.
Now listen to me.
I'm just saying
You've had your
that-
piece,
go on.
yeah. Look, just because I support a club that
what
doesn't have
Kevin's done.
expectations to that level, I've still got a clever enough brain to understand the expectation of a football club.
No, you can't.
And
You
yes, I
can't
can.
talk about
Let
it.
him say. Let him
No,
say.
no,
let him
listen
say,
to me.
let him say.
To be
Listen
fair,
to
you
me.
can't. But go
No,
on.
I can.
believe Jack.
I can because
But go
you
on.
can analyse a situation and be able to tell what expectations should
don't
be
know how it feels.
applicable to a club.
Yeah, he don't know how it feels.
Which is why he loves us. Because he knows the
Yeah.
expectation
Yeah,
of
but he
Manchester
doesn't
United.
know.
Because you lot shouldn't be where you are.
Yeah.
He don't know about winning.
You lot shouldn't be.
Okay.
where
So
Shut up.
no,
about
the only reason I said that
winning.
is why do you think? Why do
Do you know what? No, I don't get this. What did you contribute to that Invincible season? You personally.
I would rather be relegated
You know, I'm a
than
politician.
be.
See, you got
finish fourth every
There's
season.
a couple of
he said.
crackhead fans in the
He
comments.
said he'd
who want
rather
to
get
believe you.
relegated, you lot.
Chris,
I never said
said
that.
he's
Jack,
rather
just to be
relegated
clear,
year on, year
just to be
out.
clear, the only
No,
reason
I never said
wait,
that. I never said
just
that.
be clear, the only reason I said that to you, Jack, was only because you piped out and tried to say, Wolves v Man United, Wolves a draw is
That's
a
a good
result.
result. It's a good result
Bro,
for you.
if you
In your
understood-
current
if you
situation,
understood
that's a good result.
No, it doesn't matter. Current situation
So
or
what?
not.
I can expect-
expectation. Hold on, expectation of what that squad's strength is and what Wolves' strength is. Man United should have won that game. Simple.
Based on what?
Bro, based on the fact that we got a
Daniel
better team.
Based on what?
And we're at
DJ,
home.
Jack. DJ.
And we're at home.
And we're at home. It's a
We're at
win.
home,
It's a
bro.
W.
We're
It's a
supposed
good
to get a
result.
W.
It's a
But
good
that's the
result.
thing.
No,
That's what I'm saying.
really and
With
truly, it's a
Jack,
good result.
with Fulham, you don't have expectation, do you? No.
Yes, we do.
You don't have. You
We
don't
have
go-
expectations,
You don't
but
go
they
to a game.
differ to you.
Can I
They
just
differ
say-
to you. They differ to you. We have expectations.
No, but
but
do you have a game?
They're different,
Do
they're
you have a
different.
game and you're angry if you don't win, even if you're like?
That's every game in a championship. Every game, if we lose, I'm angry. Every game.
Okay,
why?
cool, fair enough. Okay.
Because we should be winning the league, in my opinion.
But you want to
Okay.
finish.
Fair enough.
That's
Okay.
my
Oh, stop
expectation.
hating. He's 4 points off top. He's allowing.
Yeah,
Yeah, listen.
It's done now.
But-
Do you know
I
what?
got to
Do you know what?
run
If
for
we actually
Not
weigh it
even-
up,
not even an automatic
If we weigh it up, I think we must be like what, 15 points behind you.
Oh!
Bang, bang.
You are.
How?
Wait, you are 7
Ticket.
points.
They got parachute payment. And he's
You
talking to
are.
me.
You are, my friend. Yeah. You're 7 points off relegation.
Yeah, that's another.
You're in a
That's
relegation
mad, you know?
battle.
Do you know how mad that is?
You're
There's
joint.
7
You're
points
level
off
of points with Newcastle, Burnley.
You know the weird. You know the weird thing is.
Southampton.
The weird thing about that is the teams around them are all in a relegation battle.
You're in
They're
a
all
relegation
classes-
battle.
all
Yeah,
classes
they're
in
talking about big 3 points for Southampton, but they're on the same points as you.
But we're still ahead of you.
That's not my point, no.
Alright,
Yeah,
so
great, you're ahead of
anyway,
me.
anyway,
Bro,
wait.
no, bro,
Listen,
bro,
there's
bro.
a big part. No, we're not skipping over
No,
this.
I'm sorry.
We have got
7 points.
How have we got to
We're
this? How have we got to
we're
this,
25
fam?
games into the season.
How have we got to
You're
this?
7 points of
Listen,
relegation.
we are going to talk about Arteta and his grass, but before we get there,
That's a real thing, man.
No. Before we move on to that,
before we get there,
I wanna
let's talk about Ighalo.
No, I want to. Yeah, I want to talk about your manager saying that he thinks the goalpost got moved before the game.
Yeah, but he's just
but
talking
he was
rubbish.
joking.
Can I?
No, he wasn't.
No. Let's talk about something else. Let's talk about something else.
But
yeah?
Ighalo.
Do you guys remember? Yeah, end of summer, we're all chilling here. Akeem is livid because one of his favourite players, Romelu Lukaku's left the
Romelu Lukaku.
I knew he was going to get me for Romelu Lukaku.
Hey,
Let's go.
Romelu Lukaku.
Okay. Lukaku's left the club, yeah? Akeem's livid, yeah? Akeem says, I think we should bring in a striker. I said, bro, we ain't bringing in no striker. These times, everyone's in an uproar. Everyone's in an uproar. I'm calling Dave. Dave is saying, no, Solskjaer's there to trust the youth. Akeem saying, it makes no sense. You bring in a striker if you lose a striker. He's livid. Hey, Akeem's livid. Never seen Akeem so livid. So then, the last 24 hours... The last 24 hours of a month-long transfer deadline.
That made no sense.
Oh, what, you're not happy?
Yo, hey, listen.
Hey, no.
Hey, listen. Not 3 days before, not 4 days before.
On the day.
Man had a month. On the day. Then I said, you know what? Come me sign a striker.
Let's just get Ighalo.
Then I said, you reckon Tevez would come back?
They went, what about Josh King?
What about Josh
They
King?
went, nah.
They said, you know what? What about my man who signed for Leicester City record fee? Slimani.
He flopped.
I said, raw. You know what? We hear my man's got a madness over there, coronavirus and that. Uncle wants out.
Bro, imagine the dream. Imagine how ideal this is for him. The Chinese league is shut down.
I'll keep it 100%.
The Chinese league is shut down. Man somehow woke up out on his dream.
No. If you don't believe in God, that brother must have prayed for his whole life. Because listen, Ighalo signing for United is like I think it's a Make-A-Wish foundation.
Bro,
it's a Make-A-Wish. It's a Make-A-Wish.
Mad.
How do you feel, Akeem?
Ighalo.
How do you feel?
Ighalo.
At this stage, someone's better than no one. That's
Andy Coles, Mark Hughes,
So when you've been in a 2-year drought, you know when you've been in a 2-year drought, you've had no girls.
Forget that.
And you go, yeah, go on.
Anything will do.
Yeah.
Anything will do, innit?
My gaffer is in press conference, yeah? They said to him, don't you think you're going to need a striker? No, don't think we're going to need a striker. We got Rashi. Rashi's there. We got Greenwood. He's coming through. 17 years of age. We got Tony as well. You know, we've got enough there. We've got enough for hiring.
When did you say all
No,
this?
your accent's got out of place still.
It's like, right,
Yes, you
He
said
said that, brother. I remember watching
that
it.
would annoy me too much. Yo.
Wait, he probably
he actually say that?
he probably thought he'd done a Wenger with Sol Campbell when he signed him. He thought, yeah, let me just surprise him with a guard.
Bro, because, and that's the thing about Solskjaer as well, I don't like, yeah? You see with me, I'm backing him. When I say I'm backing him, it's
So
like...
you don't like, so go on.
Solskjaer's the manager. At the end of the day, I don't want Solskjaer out. I'm not saying Solskjaer
Sounds
out.
like it.
Because at the end of the day,
Brand
I know
friendly?
it's not his fault. But what he needs to not do is, yeah, he needs to understand them man that are sitting above him in the board and stuff like that. Them man they don't care about you, brother. Them man do not care. Because if it's time for you to get sacked, they're sacking you, they're giving you a P's, and they're all keeping their jobs steady at the top. Them man don't care.
So
when you're sitting there making excuses for them because they told you you're not getting a striker and you said, right, let me go on camera and back the fact that I have to.
Look at the difference.
let me ask you one thing.
Look at the difference. Look at the
Let me
difference.
ask you one
Look at how Mourinho has approached the situation. Yeah.
Should've kept him.
He has approached it even in the hold on. Even in the post match. Even in the post match after beating City.
That probably winds me up.
What?
When you
What
do
did he
that.
say?
When he keeps saying that you lot should have kept him because
Yeah, I know,
like
he's
that.
rubbish.
I don't like that because you used to wind man up day and night, not just on this hour.
Yeah,
You
but
used to wind man up
you're
all the time.
not meant to get like don't like crumble because
I never crumbled though.
Like, you know what I mean?
I never crumbled.
The whole
Because
of man
you
should
just
crumble.
go, I was laughing out.
The whole of man should crumble.
But either way, look, the way he's approached the situation, even now, like when he was talking about the team, at the end, after beating City, he was like, yeah, we're still struggling. We haven't got a striker. So Son's still got to play. He's making it clear. We
Do you
need
reckon-
blah, blah, blah. Do you know what I mean?
Fam,
Do you
he's
not
not
show
so
the
transparent.
fluffy?
Do you
He's
reckon?
so fluffy.
Do you reckon Ighalo is a PR stunt? Ashton's coming and thought the coronavirus is going viral. It's trending right now. Let's sign a brother for the Chinese league. Everyone will talk about it. Do you reckon it's a PR stunt?
Bro,
It
the
must
man-
be. Has to be.
Or for the
Bro,
like.
but I'll
For
be
the-
but I'll be
for the
real.
like-
Listen, big up Ighalo. By the way,
we got
We're
100,000 new
yeah.
followers on Instagram.
By the way,
as a result.
I don't want to feel like I'm mad dissing Ighalo. Big up.
You are,
That's a-
you are.
That's a
Nah,
Nigerian
nah,
brother.
I actually
He's
hope
not
he
good enough
does
to play
well.
for
Is he good
United.
enough for you, though?
I hope he does well.
No, I'll be real. He is actually good enough.
Oh no, you're not.
At
You're
the
right.
moment.
No, you're right.
At the moment, he is.
You're right.
He is.
You're desperate.
Chris,
No, it's desperate though.
Chris.
You're desperate.
Wait.
Have you ever studied for the test of the last hour?
Bad times.
Hey,
Bad times. What you doing working? What you doing working here, mate?
That's skimming. Like,
and then your bitch starts bringing up stuff. Did you read about the war that happened in your life? Bro,
Everyone's talking about, was it number 52? Was your answer 52? And I'm there like, all right, I'll put 2.
what it's a bro? We're failing.
But Chris,
We're failing.
Chris, I know at
mate.
some point in this show, Jermaine's going to put it up again. But like I said, Man United are has-beens, like Arsenal. We're both they're has-beens at the moment.
crackheads.
And in the point that Ighalo is a good signing for Man United at the moment. I didn't even know, and I know we're not talking about. I know we're not talking about Arsenal at the moment, yeah. But I heard.
We're talking about them next.
No, wait, hold on.
We talking about them next. Wait. You can tell you something. He don't introduce himself as like a Chris no more. No, sir. You don't remember him, do you?
Wait. I swear, I heard. I might be wrong. But I heard that Cedric brothers from like Division
2 geezer.
Bro, he's from Division 2 Spain.
Yeah, in Brazil.
No, bro. Bro, the levels have gone down.
You see Frankie here. I see him announce. I see Frankie announce some Brazilian brother went to Arsenal, and even he was like, great signing.
Where did we get Martinelli? Young Romario from? How much did it cost? 8 mil.
Here we go.
Because Fulham
said he's due all night.
Well, because Fulham spent 100 mil on some shite, and you lot spend 79 mil on some crap as well. You man think you can talk to me about 8 mil?
You're talking about that open goal merchant.
They can't talk to Arsenal about
open goal merchant.
For real, we
You can't talk about Arsenal about players.
We can't because you're so far down.
What do you think of Lacazette?
We don't buy bad
What do you
players.
think of Lacazette?
Lacazette is cool. Lacazette's calm.
Do you even
He's
watch?
calm.
Do you watch your
What does
team
that
anymore?
mean? What's
Genuine
calm?
question.
He's calm.
Do you
He's
watch your
calm.
team play?
He's calm.
Do you watch your team play anymore?
Firmino, innit?
He's what?
He's the Firmino of the team.
Firmino's on a different level.
Are you okay?
Absolutely different level.
Are you actually
He's
alright?
like 2 tiers above. He's 2 tiers above.
He's not. One.
Are you high?
But that's our version.
Firmino's world
He's
class.
not world class. No, he's
Bro,
Are you an Indian?
Wait, no, he's the version that's been out of date for like 2
Wait,
weeks.
hold on. You're talking about the centre forward. You're talking about You're talking about.
I actually can't believe what
Wait, you're talking about the centre forward for the world and European champions of the team that has got almost a perfect record in the Premier League.
He's not.
No, let me explain something to you. Yeah, when you watch Match of the Day, you have to wait for the second graphic to come up to see your team at the table. Now that's the level we're talking about.
Do you watch your team on Match of the Day?
No, we don't.
Do you? Why not?
Because we're not
Oh,
in the
you're on
Premier
Match of the Day
League.
too? Or are you in that other
We're
one?
not in the Premier
What's
League.
the other Match
It
of the Day
used to
they
be
got
the
on
Football
afterwards?
League show.
Have they still got the Football
No,
League
it's
show?
gone. It's
That's
on
gone
Channel
too.
5.
Man, he's a Channel 5
Nah, it's on
guy.
Quest.
He's talking
Big
Quest.
up Channel 5.
No, Quest. Yeah, Quest. It's a quest.
bro.
It's a quest to
I'm
find
not
that Channel
ashamed.
2. I tell you
I'm
that.
not
Already, yeah.
Quest.
I'm not ashamed, bro. You lot are 7 points off
I
relegation.
said Quest.
Oh, can we?
Your Quest. I can't hear you.
Can we make one thing
Okay, here we
clear?
go. Yeah, 31 minutes ago. Lacazette and Firmino's heat map. As you can see, clearly, Firmino is much more involved than Lacazette.
So a heat
Your
map
striker doesn't play the
So
Firmino
a
role.
heat map now-
He's just ass.
Heat map is now determining the thing, yeah?
Wait. Look,
Chris, you can't
there's
compare
more.
the two players.
There's
I
more.
didn't compare.
Okay,
I
cool.
said that's our version.
So what does
It's
that
not your
say
version.
about
Your
you?
version is terrible.
What's that say about Arsenal?
All right, listen. Lacazette has not scored an away goal 1 year.
Where's Jesse Lingard's stats? Can you get them up, please?
All right.
Why?
All right,
Why?
because Jesse Lingard's a striker. Yeah. All right.
He's your number 10. He's their assist. And their attacking midfielder's got no assists
oh,
and
no,
no goals.
no.
No assists, no goals,
Hey,
yeah?
listen.
He's got boohoo man supporting Man United.
Yeah.
And he's going to sit there and try to
That's
like I said.
right. Like a Chris. The
Is he
subject at the top of the email right now is Lacazette geezer.
You put it
Stick to
there.
the
You
topic.
put it there.
He said.
Don't do
put
it.
it there.
Don't do an Akeem here. Don't do an Akeem and start going off
Because we're going to
topic.
start comparing players and all that.
Hey, listen.
Let's compare Jay Lingard.
Man, I say Lacazette and Aubameyang can't play in the same team.
Who said that?
Yeah, they can't.
Hey, it's so here, geezer.
Have you ever seen them
They're
in the
not good
same room?
enough. They're not good enough together.
Yo, they said, hey, listen,
what's this?
listen. If you any young G's out there that see Love Island, you would have
let
seen
me
a
see,
character
let me
called
see.
Mike. Yeah,
Oh,
when he was
Fed, the
twerking,
Fed.
they said that's Lacazette whenever he's the defender.
I don't watch Love Island, so I don't know.
You might have to put that on the Instagram, geezer. You might have to put that on the Insta.
That's Lacazette every time he sees a defender.
No, that's it. Back it up. Where do you see that? Where do you see that? We gotta slap that on.
Do you know the maddest thing is? Do you know what the best thing is? Arsenal the guy throwing the money at him.
Send that to me.
Arsenal the guy throwing the money at him.
When after that Arsenal game, when Lacazette was getting ripped, I
How
was
can
like,
he talk about wasting money on players? Like, you know what I mean? 100 mil to get relegated. Unheard of.
Listen.
Geezer,
Unheard of.
I expect that from Fulham.
Alright, listen,
You're the big Arsenal.
Unheard of.
You're like a Chris.
Bro.
This guy don't deserve your hair like Geezer.
Listen,
You're a law.
you haven't won since you beat Man United. You know when you lot were doing all your videos outside the
We're going
Emirates?
through transition, brother.
What transition?
We've had 3 managers
What's
this
like
season.
his
Drawing every game.
We've had 3 managers this season.
Hey, look, man, I'm making
managers.
posters.
No, one was a
I
caretaker.
stand
I
with
don't care.
Lacazette. Back him. I'm not making posters.
You see when- you see
Your
when-
fan base is outraged.
Wait, you know that picture there, Jermaine? Jermaine, is that every single time he scored a goal?
Yeah,
Yeah,
with
it-
the date and time underneath.
I told you. I said.
With the date and match underneath all the
I
goals.
said it before. I'm convinced he's only there for the adverts because of the hairline.
Yeah, he's
That's
good
it.
looking
What?
guy, man.
Guys,
hairline.
No,
He's only
This
there
show
for
is just
adverts.
banter, man.
You're going to tell me about Pogba not being injured and you're telling
Like,
me
he's
not
actually a
there for
good
adverts?
player. he's top
We
player.
ain't seen
Listen,
Pogba play. bro.
Guys, you
Nah, I like
got
Lacazette, I like
you
him.
got my young
100%
G,
work ethic.
you got my G Rashford out in Miami doing
all
up
of a
with Super
sudden,
Bowl.
all of a sudden, you're talking about Rashford again.
No, wait,
man.
but he wants to say.
Exactly.
He wants to say. He wants to say, yeah.
007,
better know-
yeah?
if you better know-
007.
if
You
you
know,
better know.
guys, what Rashford is doing.
007, yeah?
Let me tell you
Gangster.
something. You know,
Gangster.
this was imagine calling in sick, yeah.
And you're
Nah,
just
but he's
turning up
actually
in.
injured though.
Yeah, but Pogba's done the
He's
same thing.
injured. He
Yeah,
did. No,
I just wanna make clear,
I'm
because
not
the
saying
other
no.
times he's not.
Rashford's
Rashford's not
injured.
He deserves it.
Rashford's
He's not
injured.
He's not injured now.
He's not
Rashford's
injured.
injured.
Nah.
What? Is he?
Oh, whatever. Anyway,
How's injured players?
Anyway.
Wait,
Guys,
wait,
What's his injury?
He's got
a stress
his
fracture.
back is broken.
His back
bro.
is broken, but he's out
A
with
stress-
Jigger Man and
That's
Final.
stress
What? You can't start.
He's
You
with
can't.
Jigger
You
Man.
can't
His
get on the
back-
plane.
Final.
His back is broken.
So what? So you
They
can't get on
said
the plane.
they said his back is
Nah, it's not
broken.
It's
No,
not broken.
you're not
It's a
listening.
fracture. Stress
It's a fracture.
He's got a fracture and he's out
He can't
partying.
run. No, bro, he's not raving.
He's not raving.
He's not raving.
He's doing
No.
Super Bowl. He's doing Super Bowl.
Like, he's just doing
He
quick
wasn't
things,
raving.
Quick things. He's not basically Chris. Stress
doing quick
fracture.
pictures with-
What should he do?
Jigger-
Just chuck
Jigger
him in a
and
white
Miguel.
room and let him stay
What?
there for
So,
6
Chris,
months?
just
Like,
No, but you have to say it is funny though.
Why?
it's funny, of course.
No,
but let him live his
but
life.
bro,
Called in sick and he's in Miami.
Imagine telling your boss, "Oh yeah, I'm injured." So, man's going to Miami to do up lifestyle.
Why not?
Now, don't get me wrong.
He's
You can,
injured.
because I think everyone's on winter break
international
anyway.
break,
Well,
right?
if you're in,
Yeah,
even if
everyone's
you're
on
not,
winter break, so
bro, if you're
Like winter
injured,
break, innit?
bro, if you're injured, as long as you're not further injuring yourself.
but how do we know?
What? Huh?
How do we know?
Exactly. How do we know?
His back's broken. He just took a 10-hour flight.
Fracture, stress
Stress
fracture.
fracture.
Broken.
So what? So what does that
He's
mean?
in business
So if you're
class, bruv.
injured,
What
you
do you
can't. You can't do anything.
No,
That's what
we're
we're
not
saying.
saying that. We're not saying that. It's just
I'm
funny.
saying, yeah, you
it's
can't do that.
it's just funny. It's just funny, innit? Like they're just a weight.
But Chris, no disrespect.
007.
But, no disrespect, but Bellerin was injured for 2 years doing up London Fashion Week. and
Joker
that.
smoker.
Yeah.
Doing up Chanel.
Yeah, doing up Chanel.
Yeah, and
and
what
that.
am I saying?
No,
I'm saying Joker smoker. I'm
okay.
saying it.
He's your captain, isn't he?
No.
Who's your captain?
You want him to be your
Yeah,
captain.
he is. He is your captain now. Who
He's
is
basically your captain.
Oh man.
Oops.
Yeah.
Oops,
Once
I
he leaves,
did it
once he
again.
leaves at the end of the season. Anyway,
He don't care
For
about
good
that.
For good money
No,
too.
guys, it's just banter, man. Like, obviously, if you
the
guys
banter?
believe that Rashford should be, I don't know,
he thinks Pogba and Rashford's not injured.
working
Thicker.
on.
Football
Pogba
thicker.
definitely ain't injured.
He is, bro. You saw the pic, bro. He done a video of him in
Well,
the on the
Pogba said that
hospital
his
bed.
doctor said he had to have a surgery again.
Exactly.
So we're listening to Pogba's doctor.
No, but he's paid the doctor off. He's paid the whole NHS off as well. All the private healthcare. He's paid them all off. Just so he can be injured
We've
and
got to ask
party.
ourselves, where is Pogba in all of this?
Isn't he coming like great Chris Souness over here?
Anyway, can I?
He's talking about
I think he's gonna
Tottenham.
be back end of March.
He talking
Everyone's
about
Tottenham,
Tottenham Man
it's-
City.
hey,
The maddest game I've seen in like
Oi, that game was lit.
mad game.
It's them two playing are always lit.
Yeah, it's always
facts,
a good game.
Facts.
It's always a good game, but
Best game of last season.
bro, that
Wait,
game was mad.
You have to say though.
That
You
was
have to
mad.
say what was
Shows
that
it
like?
crap.
City did what? 14 was it 14 shots or something?
No, 8. It was like 18 or something.
Was it 18 shots?
Tottenham had 3 and
Hey.
scored 2.
Bro, that's absolutely
You man
banter.
seen that little bit when Marino almost sits down. He sits down.
Yeah, and then he realised he got a yellow. Yeah, he needs to get yellow. He's like, ah! But bro,
The way- how old are we? Like 50, 60 now?
Yeah.
Same time.
That's
a
so
mess.
funny,
he's still got
man.
there, but you see, he loves it. I
loves
love
it.
Mourinho like this. This is
When
like the best
when he's at Man
Mourinho.
United, you man saying
No, but he was a rattled hen in a cage. Now he's just
No. You guys like Mourinho. He does it when he does it sometimes.
Yeah,
it's just-
yeah.
Like the bottle flip was funny.
Yeah.
I know that. He's like, that was a good one. That was a good one.
when he did that
But when he was in the
Juventus,
press conference,
that
he
was
did
the
that.
best.
Juventus, when he went to
Yeah,
Juventus.
that was funny.
That was funny.
We
That
use
was
it in my
funny.
WhatsApp.
some people-
But like, you see that?
That's the best meme.
For me, 2 for them. That weren't that funny.
That was funny.
No, 3 was
That was
good.
that legendary,
That
bro.
was good. That's
Come
legendary
on.
stuff, man.
No, I think
Yeah,
that
but
was
that's
funny.
after losing 3-0 to Tottenham.
Respect, man.
I was thinking,
Respect.
chill, Joe. So you're doing too
But
much.
LVG,
I like you guys on the pitch.
LVG had a bit of. Remember he done the slip.
LVG
Remember he
is
done
nice,
that.
man.
He done that thing.
LVG
is
When he
nice,
fell
man.
off. Louis Van Gaal's hobby.
One time. I know.
Oh yeah, he get calling Smalling the wrong name.
No.
Michael Smalling.
Mike Smalling.
Mike Smalling.
The one where the referee done side it and he dropped to the floor.
Yeah.
I think it's Arsenal.
I was at that game. I was at that game. I think we won 3-2.
Even
He
Vega
dropped
was
to the
looking.
floor.
Yeah,
I
you
watched
had that
that
young
game.
team
With the
out as well.
final
the
effect.
really
Yeah, I
young
won that
team.
game. 'Cause I remember
That's
we
when
won
Rashford like, just came into the
Rashford, yeah,
scene.
come
Yeah.
Oh man.
You lot
that's
lost
so
to
funny.
under
they
18.
No, showing you how
When
it's
they thought they
done.
had Andy Cole Mark too.
Well, we
Nah,
might
nah.
do.
Bro, I remember one time, LVG was so rattled because Sam and I said we're Long Ball United. That's where
is
that
facts,
came
though.
from one time, which was facts. And he goes, he wants to talk about long balls, and he went and brought all these stats.
Yeah.
Bad man.
So he did this, and I was thinking LVG.
Yeah, but we know
we're
Allardyce,
big-
Allardyce.
At the time, I'm thinking we're big gangster United. We don't explain ourselves, but
That's
he's
bad
doing
boy.
a lot.
That's bad boy.
But now,
Of course
going
you
back
read
to
that, so-
going back to the Tottenham game.
Going back to that
But
game.
like, that game was sick. That game was sick.
The Sterling situation, was it a dive? Was it a
I don't think it was
penalty?
a dive.
It wasn't a dive. It wasn't a dive.
It wasn't a dive. It
Why
wasn't a
they
dive.
saying he's diving though?
Huh?
Why they
It's
saying
not diving, not a
It's just
penalty.
part of
No,
it,
it's
innit?
neither.
Because he didn't give a penalty. It's either a
yeah,
penalty or a dive.
No, not
dive.
necessarily.
It's a pen. It was
No.
I thought it was a
No.
pen.
People always say that it has to be a dive or a penalty. It doesn't have to be.
Doesn't
It could be
Yes,
in
it
the middle.
does.
It could be an accident.
But he hasn't got. No one's won the ball.
I think he got the ball. I think he got the ball. And he jumped over the arm.
Listen, some of these attackers.
Lloris missed the ball
No, some of
completely.
these, some of these
It was a pen.
attackers that are used to going over, they're not diving.
So it was a dive?
Because diving makes it seem like they've done it intentionally. But I'm
Yeah,
saying-
because he's trying to get a
That's
penalty.
what
He's
it
used
is.
to going over.
No, but what I'm saying, bro, you gotta get what I mean. When they're doing a trick and then they run past the player, they're used to like go. Do you get what I mean?
that's a dive?
Yeah, maybe it's an unintentional dive. I don't know what's called.
So then it's
But I wouldn't say a dive.
So
makes
what are you
it-
trying to
no, 'cause
go? It's either a dive or a foul.
No, you don't get what I mean.
Exactly, I don't.
especially
I
when
don't think
you're-
anyone else does.
especially when- no,
It's not like you're talking about the dive that's
no,
part
wait,
of the game. Like,
especially- no,
get
no,
some contact
no,
and go down.
Especially when you're 1-on-1 with a.
Yeah, but there was no contact, or there was contact. It's one of the two. So
Especially-
it's a dive or it isn't a dive.
Especially when you're 1-on-1 with the keeper, yeah, and you do that pass when you're going past the keeper and the keeper sticks out his arms, yeah. Just because even if they've made contact and the player's gone down, it doesn't necessarily mean it's a penalty.
So then it's a
or
dive.
A dive. It doesn't mean that. It just means.
Oh,
that,
I know what you mean.
It
I
doesn't
know what you mean. I think about-
It could, for example, here's a good example.
Yeah.
Momentum. Sometimes momentum.
Yeah, but
makes you go over.
that wasn't. He wasn't. The way he
So
fell
that's a
wasn't
pen.
momentum.
So that's a pen then.
So it's a pen. Because he's touched
But
him.
it's
and he's
sometimes, you know, I thought you were
momentum.
gonna say. I thought you were saying that sometimes they don't want to like. Let's just say the keeper like dies. He doesn't want to kick the keeper's arm, so they kind of like
Dive
jump
and fall out
over like
but the way
to
he
protect
fell,
themselves.
the way he fell wasn't that way. It wasn't that way.
It didn't look that
there
way.
was contact.
Right, the
I
way-
thought the keeper touched the ball.
No, he didn't touch the
no,
ball.
didn't
But
touch
then, but he didn't touch the ball. But then sometimes,
I think it was a pen
Do you
then.
know another thing that annoys me
I
about?
don't know.
It's what we're saying.
Wait, do you know another thing that
I
annoys
thought
me
he
about?
touched it.
Do you know another thing?
Why
that
is it
annoys
taking
me?
me 2 minutes for it
Wait,
to
do
be
you
like,
know-
okay, yeah,
another
I'm
thing
now
that
getting it.
another thing that
This is why VAR don't work because they got thickos behind the
only-
screen like him.
the only other thing that is a factor
Fucking wet.
with
Yeah, you
with
just cut to what's it? Coke
Yeah, let him say
Wolf
it.
the only other thing that's a factor with situations like this, yeah, is that Sterling kicked the ball away before he got touched, yeah. So end of the
part of
day,
it.
It's part.
No,
well,
you
it has
don't.
to.
exactly.
No, you don't get me.
That's the
Do you know-
point.
no, it's like that old thing that you used to do when you were younger, where you just kick the ball past the player and then run into them, and it's a foul.
But he
No,
didn't
but he
like
didn't do that though. He didn't do that.
He knocked it past him
Deep what I'm
and
saying. Deep
with-
what I'm saying. He touched the ball. He kicked the ball away before Lloris
expected-
touched
yeah,
it.
'cause he expected
And
contact.
that ball, the momentum, that ball was going out of the. That
Exactly,
ball was
so he
going out.
expected contact.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter, though.
So
That's what he
even
got.
if he got touched, it can't. What it means is you're getting a penalty.
Bare players do
So
that,
you're
bro.
saying
Yeah,
to me,
bare players
you're
do
saying
that.
to me that touch
What
that
you
he
saying?
done.
Yeah,
Hold on,
so
Akeem.
I don't get you. I don't get you.
What I'm trying to say is,
I get where you're coming from, but
what
that's
I'm
not
trying to say
relevant
is
to
it's
this
not a
moment.
dive because he did get touched. But it's also not. It shouldn't be a penalty. Should I say it shouldn't be a penalty?
Okay.
Because the ball was going out anyway before it
Doesn't
even
matter
touched
though.
him.
Doesn't matter. That's not in the rule.
But okay, cool.
That's okay,
I'm
yeah,
just
when the
saying-
ball's
I'm-
going out of play,
I know,
so
but
it's
I'm
not
saying
play.
what it should. It's my opinion. I'm just saying what it should.
But we're not talking about your
So you're
opinion. We're
saying
talking
no
about the
penalty,
rules.
basically.
I'm saying
I'm
Basically,
talking about the rules.
if it was Rashford, it's a penalty.
No,
That's what he
said.
did.
Yeah,
Say,
fair.
That's not what I said.
That doesn't
Anyway.
make
What
sense.
about the leg? What about whose leg got bust? The ankle one. Am I
Oh,
Ali. What you talking about?
yeah,
the Spurs
Ali
game?
and Sterling.
Oh,
Sterling got
that's
yellow.
the one.
Sterling got
yeah,
yellow.
yeah.
And Ali carried on playing for. a long time after being injured. I mean, the rest of the game, it just was like
brilliant goal by
Zinchenko.
what's his name?
That chest control was so butters, it was unreal.
Bro, but the way he leveled
You
himself
have mad
out-
hating on the goal
Chris,
for
it was
no
one of the
reason.
best goals. Chris, it was one of the best goals of the weekend.
I was hating because man said, "What a goal!"
It was a
It
good
was.
goal.
It was a good
It was
goal.
a good goal.
It weren't mad.
okay.
It weren't mad, but it was a good goal.
So when you say "what a goal,"
Yeah, okay,
that means
fair
it's
enough.
mad.
Fair enough.
It was
fair
a
enough.
mad goal.
No, it was a good goal. It was a good goal.
On his debut.
A Fulham fan would
On
say
his
it's a mad
debut.
goal.
On his debut. Sorry,
It was
what
a
the
good-
Fulham fan that his player scored probably the best goal in Premier League history. Kasami.
Oh yeah, he did. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
true.
yeah. Let's keep moving.
I don't
Yeah,
remember the goal.
No, it's hard.
You're,
It was a hard
football
goal.
historian over
Yeah.
here.
It's a hard
Football
goal
historian.
still.
Don't remember the
That's
best
hard.
goal in the league.
Yeah, but it's Fulham. So you know,
Okay, football historian,
you
but
spent more
only
time
for
in Division
only-
1.
Football
You spent more
historian,
time
but
in
only for
Division 1.
Arsenal between 2002
There
2004.
you go. Look.
1 hour. It's been 105 minutes.
Why do you
Oh,
always look at the
Look
screen?
time.
that means show's got to be done.
No, wait. What's the sum up of the game? The 2-0.
Great goal by
Very lucky for Spurs.
Very lucky.
Nah,
Very
smash
lucky.
and grab done their thing.
Smash
bro.
and grab,
Let's
done the
get-
thing, yeah.
Okay.
Sonny.
It's the same like when we beat City.
See
Same thing.
Son,
but
that's
that
a
was-
No,
player.
actually, ours was a little. It wasn't as bad as Spurs'. I don't think.
Yeah,
I don't think. But either way, yeah.
It's around the
smash
same.
and
Nah, yeah, you're right. Maybe I wasn't. I felt a bit more.
I think we
tomorrow.
had-
How many
Yeah.
points? How many points
Yeah.
behind Tottenham are you now? Let's have a
grab.
look.
We're like 3.
Nah,
or
not
something.
you lot. Them.
Oh, Arsenal. Arsenal about 8 points.
Wait,
man.
Arsenal don't count.
Wait, let me scroll down.
Their manager's talking about grass.
Let me scroll down.
You
the
don't need
thing.
to scroll
The
because we're 10th.
conditions.
Embarrassing.
It's like the conditions.
And like I said about
The grass was
like I said about Arteta. Like I
Congrats,
said about
26 points.
Like I said about Arteta, regardless of what people say about him, he is a complete and utter gamble. He's like a roulette. He is like putting
Yeah.
all your money on black and then red comes in. It is a complete gamble. He's a complete gamble. Stop acting like
What, you
man.
think-
Stop acting like man is like
What,
some
you think
histor-
Arteta's more of a gamble than Oli?
No, I'm not saying that, but he's a gamble. The difference between Man United fans and
Say-
Arsenal
every time
is that we understand.
Every time we say Arsenal, you
Exactly.
mention United. Every time we say Arteta, you gotta say it
But
early.
don't be chucking.
Bro,
Remember
we
you
not-
lot,
bro,
you
bro,
lot
chucking
were-
stones.
You
Don't be
lot were
chucking stones
dancing
in the
and
glass house.
screaming and so happy after beating Man United, saying, yeah,
Ted
couple
Gar-
of 7
Ted-
years.
Ted Arteta.
Tell Arteta, look at you. You haven't won a game since then in the
Hey,
league.
listen, you ain't. Was it? You know when he does this? Oh, you ain't done that in time, brother.
Soon come.
007, brother. His Lego. You see, soon that Lego head's gonna start moving about.
Every day, draw.
Chris,
Oh, all you lot are doing is holding bare
Chris,
D.
honest,
Bare
question.
D from other teams.
Where do you think you're going to finish this season?
It doesn't matter when we finish the season.
Oh, does it not?
Oh,
Okay,
transition.
another transition year for you.
I need a transition.
Where?
These are my
doesn't matter,
transitions.
it's
Just say a number. Say a number.
This is our transition.
10th.
First we had Emerita, we had Lumberg.
And now you're 7 points
We're
of
getting ready for
relegation.
next season.
Chris, if you finish 10th and Fulham get promoted, they're finishing above you next season. I'm going to put. I'll put it in
bet
there.
now. I bet you £500 live on air. £500 now.
To be fair, 500
He's like, no,
£500 a light change for Akeem, mate. That's
don't
what
try.
he asked for
I'm
lunch.
not having
try
that. At the end of the day, At the end of the day, Arsenal United have done that. So
We can't talk. We can't chat to.
That's what I'm telling you.
Spurs.
We can't chat to
Can't
Fulham.
chat to bro. Right now, it's even hard to chat to Sheffield United, cuz.
Bro,
They're
them man are- they look like they're
they're
gonna
gonna
get
do their
top four,
thing,
mate.
cuz.
You know, Andy just went like this.
Innit?
See,
Yeah, that's
bro,
it.
word
As good as
from Andy
Wolves,
himself,
bro.
the top
Bro,
producer.
Jack said that's a good result for United.
It is a good
And
result,
they'll-
mate.
Yeah,
That's
why- that's why-
That rattled their King,
But I'll
though.
be real with you,
Andy
though.
and Chris
That's
are
right,
really
King.
good to yellow.
It was a good weekend of football, yeah. It was a good because I'm not gonna
It
lie.
was a good weekend.
I was very annoyed by that 0-0, yeah. But when I saw that Arsenal got the exact same 0-0 and how angry
You're lucky to get a point,
I
mate.
realized,
Yeah,
I
Burnley
realized I was
should've
like,
scored.
rah.
Burnley
Burnley
should've
should have
scored.
won that game as well.
Yeah.
Who did you play this weekend?
Oh yeah, let's get on to
What
our
did you
champions.
change the subject?
So we played Huddersfield, won
quick
3-2.
Update, yeah.
Quick update, we're 4 points off. top.
Leeds lost as well. innit?
Leeds lost again. What did I
Right.
tell you lot again? So you lot will say, "Oh, Leeds are gonna go up." Yeah,
They
Leeds are
could,
gonna.
they could still go up there.
Yeah, of course they can. But look at
How
them.
can
they've
he
crumbled.
talk so much
They're
shit
crumbled.
here when
They-
they're second, he's third, but he's
because they were like 11 points ahead of us. Now it's only we're 3 points behind them now.
But
bro.
who? But where? How did
But
West
they were
Brom do?
11
West Brom
points,
West
remember,
Brom-
he came in, they were
tight
11
win.
points.
West Brom squeezed a 1-0.
See, man, we're watching. I'm watching Championship. What
He
you
knows
what
his
you say?
stuff.
I know my
But yeah,
stuff.
West Brom and Leeds have been on an awful.
But
run
Nottingham
of
Forest,
games.
Nottingham Forest might come
Forest
up.
are up there. Forest have got Leeds. I think those Leeds or West
when's
Brom.
Blackburn?
Blackburn are like 8th.
No, when's your game against Blackburn?
Next week.
Are you and your mate having a party?
Look, imagine, party.
I'm actually working.
All right, can we just say, where's Fulham going to finish the season?
Top 2.
All right, cool.
Top 2.
Can't even win
We're
championship.
It don't matter. You don't need to win the championship.
No,
First
as long
thing
as
you
you're
do-
there,
You
innit?
know it's mad about Fulham, but They've just come from the Premiership, yeah? So, but a team that's already been in Division 1 for time is going to win the league ahead of them still. Like, really.
But but I'm saying,
in
I
theory,
never, no, but how?
No,
Okay,
no, no,
because I said top two.
Hold on.
Apparently, we're not winning the league now.
You're not going to win it, Jack. You know you're not going to win it.
Bro, we're 4 points off top.
It doesn't matter who wins.
I tell you, don't win the league.
History tells it.
No, because I'd
tell you
rather go
that
to
we
the
never said they're gonna
bookies
win.
and make more money off it.
I tell you that
He
win
never,
the
he
league.
never said he was going to win the league. Though.
I never said we're going to win the league.
And also, it
saying
doesn't matter. History has told it
Playing it
that
safe.
the winner of the
Oh,
the winner of the
yeah,
championship
yeah.
doesn't do
Playing it safe.
necessarily better anyway.
Look at Norwich.
Look how Team trying to give him that.
Look at
No,
Norwich.
they don't.
Look at Norwich.
Home comfort saying, well, traditionally, the team that has won the championship.
It does. It's true.
Yeah, well, look.
Don't
Norwich,
worry, you're
okay, let's
better
look last
third or
season.
second,
Norwich.
Jack.
Who finished
Look at
second?
Norwich.
And
Look at
Sheffield
Norwich.
United.
Bottom of the league. Look at Sheffield United finished second.
Exactly. Exactly.
Okay, when you come up to the Premiership, where did you finish? 'Cause you didn't win it.
They were
We
playoffs.
came for the playoffs.
And where did you finish? Season after.
Anyway,
I mean,
19th. We finished
all them
19th.
patterns, all them positive correlations done in one go with his own team.
Oh, whatever, man. Listen.
But anyway, no, the Fulham
Anyway,
game, we were
see how
3-0 up after
shite
half
these
an
man
hour.
talk, you
Ended up
man.
being 3-2 after 40 minutes. It was a mad game, and then it just sort of, we held on.
Final question: if Fulham come up next season, where are they finishing?
Why all these
I don't
come
know.
out hypotheticals, man?
Because
So you can get him started
Akeem
again.
loves a hypothetical.
Listen, guys. Sorry we didn't talk about Inter Milan and
Talk about it.
Also, you lot.
No, we're done. It's not
Inter
over.
Milan.
why are you-
Inter Milan a bigger club than Spurs? Just leave.
Why?
I want to
Where-
know
where
in the
did that
comments,
question
please.
come from?
Because I got Tottenham fans who were trying to say Christian Eriksen, good riddance. He won all that for them. He ain't our best player, even though
This
last
season he's been poor
Even
for
though
them.
no, but they were saying even last season statistically he was their best player in terms of assists and in terms of player ratings. I can't underestimate or understate that. You lot listen to what I am
Chris
saying.
always bigs up the players once they leave.
Yeah, it's
When
true.
they're here,
When
you
they're in
can't-
the time,
Hey,
Inter Milan are far bigger.
what about
club
Abu
than
Messi?
Spurs.
Messi Abu.
I know Mezzabi, yeah.
Ain't got away assisted 2 years.
Bro,
Lingard.
Ozil's record
Lingard.
is dire.
Lingard.
It's terrible.
Where's Ozil?
Beating Lingard's record.
Lingard.
Beating Lingard's
Hey,
record.
listen.
And remember, Lingard's thing's only Prem,
Ozil,
you know.
Ozil didn't even play
Remember,
until 4
Lingard's
games
thing is
ago.
Prem only.
Until 4 games ago, Ozil.
I want to be
Ozil's a
clear.
forgotten
I want
man.
to be
Right,
clear for
free
you.
Ozil, free
Lingard's
Ozil.
thing is Prem only, by the
What,
way.
is it Champions League as well?
Ozil has not been the same since the release of Fortnite. As soon as I came out, I think
Since
it
the
came
new
out 2.5 years ago.
Since the new update, yeah.
Ozil hasn't been the same since Fortnite. Or Jay Lingard.
No, Ozil.
You mean
Lingard's got
Jay
goals
Lingard?
and
Why do you talk about Jay
You
Lings?
mean Jay Lings?
Jay Lings scores.
Scored in the
He scored last week, you donut.
Scored in the World Cup.
He scored last
World Cup,
week.
Yeah, that's
Scored in the World Cup.
Yeah. Boo-hoo.
Boo-hoo, man.
What?
Just to
Hold on,
confirm, Boo-hoo,
wait.
man, I'm not sponsoring this
Can we,
podcast.
wait, love, final thing we've got to say, yeah? Is no. It's not about pros. Listen, we've spoken about. There's a team that we've obviously.
Hold on, what about the competition that you promised everyone a kit?
Yeah, let's see who won that.
Yeah,
we-
alright,
we
big,
talk about-
big money act. Big money.
I see the WhatsApp conversation we had about
the comments edited still. It's everyone.
Oh, they were edited.
Who edited it? Oh yeah, we need to go through the comments.
Oh, yeah, let's go through some comments. We haven't done it in time.
Oh, here we go, Joel.
Bro, the
James
show's
looking at-
done, bro.
James looking at the clock.
See, look at
Who
this,
makes the
look
rule?
at this sweaty man getting all upset about comments, bruv. Come on.
Sorry, Mr. Dry over there.
Try jam, mate. Try jam.
Don't lie.
Dry
don't
jam
lie.
with heavy breathing.
You ain't got to lie. Greg, get heavy breathing. I got blue pump for you, geezer. Don't worry.
All right, mate. Why don't
Shit.
you wipe your forehead? Looking like you just come out of the shower, bruv.
You ain't got to lie. But do you think your hair doesn't look sticky right now, geezer? Looking like you're wearing gel in there, geezer.
Man,
So
boy.
there is wax
Are
in
we
there.
going through comments?
Oh, there
Let's go
is.
through
Oh, my
comment.
bad.
Yes,
No, we're not
true.
going through comments.
Yes, we
Oh.
are. No. Listen, because I care about you guys.
done,
so
man.
does Akeem.
Well,
So does Chris.
We care.
Everyone's tapped out anyway.
Nah, we care.
Why are you comparing? Why?
That is true.
Why? Are you,
Let's
why,
go- let's go
why,
for-
why is there always a part when you look at the screen and then you say,
Done. The episode's
"What are you
done.
looking at?
Stop.
What is it you're looking at?" Hey,
Don't worry, that's why I sit here.
Andy, what is it you're looking at?
Don't worry, that's why I sit here, geezer.
Is he looking at a thumbs up or a thumbs down?
Let's go through the comments. Come on, let's go through some comments. Let's go through some comments.
It's done.
Let's go through some comments.
Let's go through comments.
Right, okay. This is actually
Hey,
quite a
pick out
nice
the ones where you're
comment.
getting dissed as
No,
well.
yeah,
bruv.
of course, bro,
About
of
trying to
course.
read the ones where it's just
No,
automatically
do you know what?
getting
Let's
dissed.
start on a nice one. There's a nice top comment this week, guys. I love how this show is you blokes bantering each other for most of the show, but when a serious topic like Kobe comes up, everyone is very respectful and chill. Big up, boys. Thank you very much. That is very true. Jay, so Liverpool drew 2-2 at the weekend. Chris, well, back in our day, Wenger, Jai, you're a dinosaur, bro. Shut up, Jai, you sport full geezer.
That's basically the show.
Now, here's one, though.
That's his dialogue, innit?
Here's one for you, Jack, to shut you up. foreign fans can't necessarily go to games because that doesn't make.
Yeah, but
you
you're
a
not
bigger fan.
foreign, bruv. Are you foreign?
Then someone who
you
goes.
You live in England.
Woo!
Like, you live in England. Foreign fans are different because you can't get on a flight every game.
Chris the Legend, 17 likes. Nonsense.
You see that?
What?
How many accounts have you made?
Yeah, I know
out to
Chris
like
got
that one?
bare
burner
I know
accounts.
bare burner accounts. Chris
Man
got
said,
bare
Chris,
burner accounts.
look. The streets know B.
2020 has been moving more mad
That's
than
not me writing that.
Lacquer Chris on
Who wrote
Spice.
that? What's his
And
name?
then someone put Cheeky Sport put Spice Legend.
See, haters.
Chris trying to look down. Chris trying to look down on Liverpool, bro.
Look at
You
that,
support Arsenal. There's a good 40-point gap. I don't get why Arsenal fans.
Oh, let's
are
say the
insecure.
names as well. We got to big up the names.
Hey, look
We
at
got-
this one. Look at this one as well.
What,
Yeah,
Crab Jam?
This is Nandan Nayak. He goes, Akeem, Martinelli, don't celebrate until you score 10 goals. Martinelli scores 10 goals in 11 starts.
I know you can start celebrating.
Proud.
Oh, okay.
But-
This is from Crab
I'm not
Jam.
sure. I'm not sure if there's 10.
33
I'm not sure.
likes.
I'm not sure about that.
33 likes from Crab Jam. Chris, you're a fake fan for leaving the game early.
Yep.
Me, at least he actually goes to games.
Hey, someone put, Bally, you know what it's me. Bally, you won't know it's
Here
me.
he is.
Where's that?
Oh, God.
Here he is, Shakespeare.
Nah, Akeem. So what? Sense
Said,
still.
nah, Akeem took sense still.
Nah.
Big up whoever
this
that is.
This is from Slime. How can Chris make any situation and relate it to Wenger? It's too funny.
Easy, bro. Easy. Trust me. When you got Wenger on your heart. He taught me a lot about
And
life,
then
you know.
you're,
You know what it is? I don't. Oh no, but he dared to get correct scores, innit?
Where?
All right, here we
Was
go.
that for the competition?
From
Yeah.
BO2, yeah. Chris needs to show Jike some respect. Jike knows his football. 4 likes.
Of course, yeah, only
There you
4.
I'll take that.
Anyway, that's
Real-
All
the
your
real-
flatmates, innit?
Troy, yeah, true.
Like this comment, guys. Guys, like this comment.
What about this competition,
Guna
lads?
Eagle
Alright,
Eyes.
that's it. All right, well,
Jike is
no
a
one won the
Spurs fan
competition.
in disguise.
No
Keep
one won the
Martinelli's name out your mouth, Kazi.
All right, no one won.
No.
No one won the
I'm
competition.
on the radio, bro. I told you this already.
I'm on the
Hey, who you talking
Lovers.
to?
Wenger, he's talking to
An
Wenger.
artist. I know. Big up grafter.
I thought that was the thing. I thought that was the thing still.
Nah, they ain't singing. It was a grafter.
Anyway,
thing.
all right,
It was a
you've been
thing
here
called
with
Steve.
myself.
I wish it was a thing.
Comment
I wish.
below. We'll be back next week
Steve,
to
I
talk about
told
the crazy
you.
relegation battle. I'm Big J. He's Chris. He's Akeem.
Whoa. This is heritage.
No.
We're out.
Can we actually?
Innit?
Can we outro ourselves instead of you doing this whole quick? Let's go.
We're going to talk about.
What's the big
problem
rush?
with that? Yeah, bro. The longer the better.
I thought we need to talk about who came in first and last again, like last time.
Anyway, Mr. Heritage, over and out.
Yeah. Promoted Jike, soon to be promoted Jike.
You know what? I hope these men don't get promoted. Trust.
Look at that hater.
Yeah, that is hater.
Hater.
That's hater.
Hater. Do you know why?